types of treatments, who may have a chronic illness that just won't go away, but it's frustrating and they're trying to navigate the healthcare system.
Transitions is a free, non-medical, professionally managed program providing services to individuals and families coping with a chronic or terminal diagnosis. Transitions offers emotional support as well as case management for clients and caregivers alike. Find out what Transitions can do for you. Contact Penny Royal Hospice through Facebook or learn more at pennyroyalhospice.com.
Watson Farms would like to express their gratitude to all who helped control and extinguish the field fire on October 14th. They're so overwhelmed by everyone who helped and grateful for the quick response. The environmental conditions made the fire tremendously fast spreading and extremely difficult to control. They'd like to publicly thank local and neighboring farmers and their employees, the firefighters from Princeton and surrounding counties, the mayor of Princeton, the Princeton Police Department, Princeton Electric Plant Board, the Forestry Department, Watson Farms employees, the local community members, and all of their family and friends. Please accept their deepest gratitude for your support. For all the big and little ways everyone pitched in, there was nothing random about your acts of kindness. Without you, the situation could have been so much worse. Watson Farms wants everyone to know they feel very blessed to live in such a caring and selfless community.
Don Weedman, Republican candidate for Sheriff of Caldwell County. I want to encourage every voter to cast their vote. You have the opportunity to make a positive change. Vote for a candidate with a proven history of positive leadership, proven administrative skills, and professionalism. With over 40 years law enforcement experience, from trooper to the rank of major with the Kentucky State Police, serving with the Penny Round Narcotics Task Force to being chief of police with the Princeton Police Department. Vote Weedman for sheriff.
Paid for by Don Weedman for sheriff.
It's not often we're given an opportunity to save another person's life. Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center gives us that opportunity every day. What if we could do that 6 times a year? With each pint of blood donated, Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center is able to use it to save 3 lives. That could be 18 lives each year. Think about it. Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center, 1902 South Virginia Street, Hopkinsville. Visit WKRBC.org for times of operation.
Radical liberal Pam Dossett is lying about conservative Walker Thomas. Dossett will do anything to distract from her extreme liberal record, and it's a really extreme record. Dossett's been endorsed by abortion provider Planned Parenthood. She called law-abiding gun owners, quote, domestic terrorists, and she's bankrolled by extreme groups that support socialists like Bernie Sanders. Pam Dossett, way too liberal for Christian and Trigg counties. Walker Thomas is defending our values in Frankfort. Walker Thomas is 100% pro-life and endorsed by Kentucky Right to Life. He's a rock-solid supporter of the Second Amendment and endorsed by the NRA. He'll make sure America never becomes a socialist country. And Walker Thomas has been endorsed by President Trump.
This is President Donald Trump. I need Kentucky's help on Election Day. Please vote for Walker Thomas for state representative. Your vote in November will keep our Make America Great Again agenda moving forward.
Conservative State Representative Walker Thomas.
Paid for by Walker Thomas, State Representative.
Hey everyone, this is Jeff McDaniels with Farmers Bank, your home for the Tiger debit card. Our team wants to wish both the Lady Tigers and Tigers good luck this sports season. So help us support Caldwell's future athletes by getting your Tiger card today. Only at Farmers Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC.
Caldwell Medical Center wants everyone to have access to a happier, healthier life. That's why we're here for you 24/7 when it matters the most. Visit our website, caldwellmedical.com. Learn more about our services or follow us on Facebook.
At Triceus, they're ordering it your way. How would you like to have a vehicle built just for you? Little things are important, like rich colors, big screens and displays, almost like watching TV. Exterior with beautiful style and powerful engines that respond to the lightest touch on the accelerator. It's time to get what you want. Order your new ride and feel the thrill when you drive off the lot. Triceus in Princeton is the one-stop shop for everything your vehicle needs. For more information, visit triceus.com. That's triceus.com.
It's a couple of top 20 teams in action Saturday night as the 17th ranked Kentucky Wildcats visit number 3 Tennessee. Kentucky is 5-2, Tennessee a perfect 7-0. Hear Tom Leach make the call starting at 4 for the pregame, 6 o'clock for the kickoff on 106.5 WKDZ. Elsewhere, Louisville welcomes number 10, Wake Forest. Western welcomes the Mean Green of North Texas. Tennessee State visits Murray. Austin P welcomes Jacksonville State. Vanderbilt has the weekend off. You'll start to see some actual Kentucky basketball on Sunday. The Cats will be playing someone other than themselves. UK versus Western Missouri State. Hear the game after the Titans as we join the network for tip-off at 6 Sunday night on 106.5 WKDZ. And the Tennessee Titans on a 4-game win streak will visit 1-4-1 Houston on Sunday. Yes, the Texans actually tied their first game against Indianapolis 20-20 in overtime. Hear Mike Keith, and let's hope he's yelling a lot starting at 2 o'clock Sunday afternoon on 106.5 WKDZ. Game 1 of the Best of 7 World Series begins tonight. Philadelphia visits Houston. They'll play 2 weekend games together before moving to Philly on Monday. Predators beat the Blues Thursday night 6-2. Preds and Capitals face off Saturday night at Bridgestone. And it's the NASCAR Xfinity 500 at Martinsville on Sunday. Saturday, it's the twins' birthday. That's right, Aaron and Andrew Harrison turned 28 years old. That's your Friday Sports Edge. Have a great weekend. I'm Eddie Owen.
At Hancock's Neighborhood Market, they believe in customer service. As a matter of fact, Mallory is adamant about that. That's why you'll always find multiple checkout lines open. And you'll notice there are none of those annoying self-checkout lanes that never work. Because at Hancock's, they value you, their customers, and don't think you should have to check yourself out. Another reason to shop local. To shop at a store that thinks about you. Hancock's Neighborhood Market, KDIZ.
Hancock's, we make time for you.
Farmers are committed to their customers, and at Kentucky American Seeds, they are committed to the area's hardworking farmers. Without farmers, you would not be able to enjoy affordable and safe food. Farming also creates many jobs. So today, thank a farmer. Since their beginning in 1987, Kentucky American Seeds offers quality products, excellent service, and helpful information. That's always been their standard. Learn more, like Kentucky American Seeds on Facebook.
Who's looking out for Kentucky's women and children? 25% live below the poverty line. Kentucky ranks number 1 in child abuse and neglect. We jail and imprison more women than almost anyone in the nation. Our child protective services and foster care systems are understaffed, underfunded, and overworked. As your state representative, I will make it my mission to improve life for women and children in our district. I'm Pam Dossett, and I ask for your vote.
Paid for by Pam Dossett for state representative.
My name is Joshua Duncan. I am a small business owner and lifelong resident of Princeton, Kentucky. I look forward to serving our community as a voice for our people and helping find solutions to our everyday problems of life. I stand by our people and for our people. So on November 8th, I ask that you vote Joshua Duncan for Princeton mayor. Thanks, and God bless.
Paid for by Joshua Duncan for mayor.
I'm Jennifer Nelson. I'm running for District Court Judge. This year, no names will appear on the ballot for Division 2 as the seat became vacant after the filing deadline. I've been a lawyer for 17 years, and since 2009, I have served as a trial commissioner, sitting in for the judges on nights and weekends. On occasion, I conducted court in the judge's absence. I know I can do this job because I've done this job. On your ballot, please find District Court Division 2, fill in the box, and write in Nelson.
Paid for by Jennifer Nelson for District Court Judge.
Join WPKY in downtown Princeton for the 3rd annual Halloween Scavenger Hunt, Monday, October 31st from 4 till 7. Main Street in downtown Princeton will be closed for the duration of the event from Ziobro's to Newsom's. Booths will be lining the street ready for the kids to make their rounds. Be sure to pick up scavenger hunt sheets full of riddles and clues that can be turned in for prizes. This year's theme will focus on first responders who will be downtown to meet and greet with all the kids. Halloween coverage is brought to you by Morgan's Funeral Home, The Tin Roof, and Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique. You've been listening to your WPKY News Edge. Find news 24 hours a day at WPKYOnline.com.
Raider Auction Company, Hopkinsville, buys and sells farm equipment every day. Find out more at RaiderAuctionCompany.com. That's ROEDER auctioncompany.com.
Your Weather Edge Weather Center forecast, partly cloudy skies and a low of 45 this evening. Then on Saturday, partly sunny, high of 71. Showers arrive Saturday night, especially after midnight, low around 52. That chance of precipitation 90%. And then Sunday, another 90% chance for showers all through the mid-morning and early afternoon. South-southeast winds could be as high as 20 miles an hour. But back to this evening, partly cloudy skies and a low of 45.
Fortner Gas Company has been serving the propane needs of Western Kentucky for 70 years. You'll find offices in Princeton and Cadiz. They're your local and family-owned propane supplier. Browse their website to discover the many services and products available. You can shop in person or online, and they can answer any and all questions in person or on the phone. If they're already your propane supplier, they say thank you. If they're not, they would love to be. Fortner Gas Company, a family tradition of service since 1951.
Holiday decor is popping up on every corner, and shoppers are bustling around. That means it's time for the Caldwell Chamber Annual Holiday Open Houses. Saturday, November 5th, get into the holiday spirit and shop the latest holiday decor, gifts, and winter fashion at the unique shops. And stop for lunch or dinner at one of their charming restaurants. Stay for Create Princeton's evening entertainment, Downtown Sounds. That's November 5th. You don't want to miss it. Check Facebook for more info.
It's the final week of the high school football regular season. The brackets for the playoffs to begin next week are set, and teams will be looking for some momentum going into the postseason. I'm Scott Brown. This is your Sports Edge Football Friday. It's presented by Hopkinsville Community College. Trigg County and Caldwell County meet tonight in Princeton. It's the annual 139 Bowl. The rivalry trophy is on the line. It's never left Princeton since it was created. The Wildcats will look to snap a 9-game losing streak to the Tigers tonight. We'll also take a look at a couple of other longtime Western Kentucky rivalries as Hopkinsville visits Paducah-Tillman, Madisonville makes the trip to Mayfield, and Henderson County visits Owensboro. There are also teams that will be finishing up their season tonight as they did not qualify for the playoffs and look to go out on a high note. They include Fulton County, who visits Murray, and Callaway County, who will host Union County. We'll preview these games and more when your Sports Edge Football Friday begins next.
Friday night football is here, and we start our coverage leading up to kickoff as Hopkinsville Community College brings you your Sports Edge Football Friday.
Dealing with the real world wasn't easy, even before the whole global pandemic thing. Trying to pay the bills, worrying about family, or just trying to figure out what you want to be. The good news? Hopkinsville Community College is open and ready. With on-campus and online programs that can lead to essential careers in IT, healthcare, and more, all at less than half the cost of a four-year university. So never put your dreams on hold, and never underestimate you.
Chick-fil-A of Hopkinsville wants to salute the outstanding achievements of our area student-athlete. Each week, a student-athlete will be chosen based on academics, athletics, and achievements. Watch for the Chick-fil-A AAA Young Person of the Week at yoursportsedge.com. Academics, athletics, and achievements at Chick-fil-A AAA Young Person of the Week at yoursportsedge.com.
Community Medical Clinic is excited to cheer on the Tigers all season long. Go Tigers from Community Medical Clinic.
We continue our look at tonight's high school football slate with your Sports Edge Football Friday, brought to you by Hopkinsville Community College.
The Caldwell County Tigers. The Trigg County Wildcats.
The Wildcats and Tigers meet for the 70th time in series history tonight. These teams have met on the gridiron every year since 1954. Caldwell County has won 46 times. Trigg County has 22 wins, and there was that tie back in 1970. The Tigers have won 9 straight games in the series. They haven't won 10 straight since the first 10 games ever played between the schools. Trigg County coming off a 42-7 loss at the hands of Union County in its first full game without injured quarterback Jacob Weiss. The Wildcats struggled to move the football against Union County's defense. They avoided the shutout late on an 89-yard touchdown run by Kelsey Parham. The Wildcats senior averages 160 yards a game and should play a big part in the Wildcat offensive game plan. again tonight. Wildcat head coach Chris Ezel said they took to the playbook this week and minimized it to give quarterback Jeremiah Shear a better chance to run the offense.
We had a lot of stuff in offensively, probably too much. So we've kind of honed in on what we want to do. It's easier to have a very big, expansive playbook when you've got an experienced quarterback out there that can help you get organized and get you where you need to be. I thought Jeremiah did a fine job. Yes, we had a couple turnovers, but at the same time, tough spot for him to be in against a really good defensive team. Getting things a little more fine-tuned offensively, making sure that we're getting the ball in our best players' hands.
Shear was picked off 3 times and sacked twice in his first start at quarterback last week. While it's easy to take shots at the Wildcat offense without Weiss, this is a Trigg County defense that has given up 30 or more points in 4 of its last 5 games. Trigg County has to find a way to utilize its speed at the skill positions against Caldwell tonight. The Tigers had last week off after eking out a 23-20 win over Murray 2 weeks ago. Jameis Carnahan ran for 140 yards and 2 touchdowns in the win over Murray. He has 730 yards and 8 touchdowns for the season. He'll likely be the focal point of the Wildcat defense tonight. Luke Parker has progressively gotten better as the season has wore on. He was 5 of 6 passing for 88 yards and a touchdown in the win over Murray. Caldwell County assistant coach Jeff Riley says the off week gave him and the staff a chance to get back to basics.
I think any time that, we've got the number, you can just just take a deep breath and relax. It kind of stinks because you feel like you lose a little momentum after the big Murray win. But, you come in and have a good week, and the guys get to kind of, just take a breath and kind of look at each other and kind of figure out what they're going to do. And it's not the urgency of trying to get things in. And you do get to go back and talk about fundamentals and footwork and getting the little things kind of sheared back up because now after this, it's, you got one game and then you get to play 2 games and then you don't know how long it's going to last. You can try to make it last as long as you can. So I like the timing of I guess the only thing would be better if it was during fall break.
While this game doesn't hold the same prestige as it did in years past when the schools were in the same district, there's still a lot on the line tonight. Momentum. The Wildcats have not finished the regular season with an 8-2 record since Curtis Higgins' last season in 2006. They also want to snap that 9-game losing streak to the Tigers. Meanwhile, Caldwell County has won 3 of its last 4 games after a 1-4 start. They want to keep building on their recent success as they prepare to host McLean County in the first round of the playoffs. Trigg County knows it has to find Mumfordville next week in order to play Hart County. You can listen to the Trigg County version of tonight's game on 106.5 FM WKDZ and online at WKDZradio.com. The Caldwell County version airs on WPKY 103.3 FM and online at WPKYonline.com. Both pregame shows will air following your Sports Edge Football Friday.
The Fort Campbell Falcons, the Webster County Trojans.
The Falcons make the trip to Dixon to take on a Webster County team they haven't lost to in 20 years. The Falcons have won 2 straight games and have qualified for the playoffs after a 38-6 win over Ballard Memorial last week. Darren Frederick threw for 111 yards and 3 touchdowns. Freshman Keyshawn Dixon ran for 142 yards and a score as well. The Falcons are playing a Webster County team that has not won a 48-minute contest since September the 10th. They had a 7-0 win over Eminence called early due to lightning, and their October 8th game against Union Duggar of Indiana was declared a forfeit. Last week, the Trojans were thumped by Paducah Tillman 49-7. The Falcons have not won 5 games in a year in 9 seasons. They carry a 4-5 record into the contest tonight. Fort Campbell ended a long losing streak last year with a win over Webster County, and they will look for their 10th straight win over the Trojans tonight.
The Fulton County Pilots, the Murray Tigers.
These teams used to be district rivals when they were in Class 1A. Murray has owned the series in recent years, with Fulton County's last win coming in 1998. With district losses to Russellville and Crittenden County, The Pilots chose to end their season tonight against Murray. They will not compete in the playoffs and make a long road trip to Bardstown in the first round of the Class 1A playoffs. Fulton County has not been in the win column since a September 9th win over Ballard Memorial. Meanwhile, things haven't exactly gone as hoped for Murray. They're 4-5, and they've lost 2 straight district games entering play tonight. That will mean a first-round road game in the playoffs for Murray next week.
The Crittenden County Rockets.
The Rockets have had a bizarre schedule this year. They enter play tonight 5-4. They had to go to Tennessee to pick up a road win. They also traveled to Bardstown, Bethlehem, and came back home with a loss. Tonight, they'll host DeSales out of Louisville. It was just 13 years ago the Colts were battling Fort Campbell for the Class 2A state championship. Fast forward to this year, and DeSales is 0-9. The move to Class 3A has not been a friendly one for the Colts. They haven't won more than 3 games in 3 years.
You're listening to Your Sports Edge Football Friday, brought to you by Hopkinsville Community College.
Dealing with the real world wasn't easy, even before the whole global pandemic thing. Trying to pay the bills, worrying about family, or just trying to figure out what you want to be. The good news? Hopkinsville Community College is open and ready. With on-campus and online programs that can lead to essential careers in IT, healthcare, and more, all at less than half the cost of a 4-year university. So never put your dreams on hold and never underestimate you.
The richest tradition in college basketball.
An entire nation, a big blue nation.
Get the best coverage of your Kentucky Wildcats.
It is on.
Right here.
UK basketball gets the season started playing Missouri Western State. Coverage begins Sunday at 6 on WKDZRadio.com and
106.5 WKDZ.
First Southern National Bank wishes the Tigers all the best of luck this year.
We continue our look at tonight's high school football slate with Your Sports Edge Football Friday, brought to you by Hopkinsville Community College.
The Paducah-Tillman Blue Tornado. The Hopkinsville Tigers.
This game features a pair of teams that the fan bases thought would have more wins coming into the regular season finale. After 2 straight losses that knocked them from the ability to host a first-round playoff game, Hopkinsville has responded with district wins over Callaway County and Hopkins County Central. Last week, Zach Moss threw for 164 yards and 3 touchdowns as the Tigers beat Hopkins County Central 30-6. They did it without All-State player Deshaun Mercer, who sat out. Isaiah Manning caught 4 passes for 80 yards and scored a pair of touchdowns. The Tigers will need to find a way to run the football against a Paducah-Tillman defense that gave up just 41 total yards in a convincing win over Webster County last week. Jack James threw for 213 yards and 5 touchdowns to 5 different receivers in that win. Like Hopkinsville, Tillman comes into the game tonight with a record of 4-5. This series dates back to the early 1900s and is one of the longest still played in Western Kentucky. Hopkinsville has won 6 of the last 7 meetings between the schools, including last year's game 34-6. Tillman last beat the Tigers 4 years ago.
The Madisonville Maroons. The Mayfield Cardinals.
These schools first met 99 years ago, with Mayfield picking up the 13-6 win. The Maroons have not beaten Mayfield since 1970, and they have their work cut out for them tonight at War Memorial Stadium. Madisonville had last week off after a 41-20 district win over cross-county rival Hopkins County Central 2 weeks ago. Lawan McAdoo ran for 264 yards and 4 touchdowns. And since returning from a leg injury midway through the season, he's averaging 103 rushing yards a night and has reached the end zone 8 times. However, the Maroons are facing the unbeaten Mayfield Cardinals, a team that gives up just 60 rushing yards. Mayfield handily defeated Murray last week 42-10. Zane Cartwright threw for 191 yards and 4 touchdowns, and Mayfield's defense forced Murray to put the football on the ground 3 times. Mayfield won last year's matchup 50-23.
The Christian County Colonels. The McCracken County Mustangs.
The Colonels have some issues at the wrong time of the season. Blake Ladson did not coach the team last week, and their 50-7 loss to Bowling Green, and the school district is mum on why. Wednesday, they were forced to forfeit their season opening win over Caldwell County after self-reporting an ineligible player. That drops Christian County's record to 1-8. It doesn't get any easier tonight as they welcome in McCracken County. These are a pair of teams needing a win in the worst way. McCracken has lost 3 straight games, including a 43-7 loss at the hands of Henderson County last week. Henderson ran for 385 yards. That's good news for a Christian County offense that only averages 90 rushing yards a night. Tonight's game at the Stadium of Champions is the 5th all-time between the schools. McCracken County has won the 4 previous games, including last year 54-24.
The Hopkins Central Storm. The McLean County Cougars.
It was a rough week for the Storm last week in their 30-6 loss to Hopkinsville. They lost quarterback Jaden Brasher to an injury, and receiver Carter Edwards went down with an injury just a few plays after that. The result was just a 6-point effort against the Tigers. Hopkins Central would like to even its season record as 5-5. They'll try and find McLean County tonight. The Cougars are 7-2, but they got thumped by Owensboro Catholic 40-6 last week as they allowed 384 yards to the Aces. Hopkins Central can expect to see a steady diet of run plays against them tonight as McLean County looks to run its season record to 8-2.
You're listening to Your Sports Edge Football Friday, brought to you by Hopkinsville Community College.
Dealing with the real world wasn't easy, even before the whole global pandemic thing. Trying to pay the bills, worrying about family, or just trying to figure out what you want to be. The good news? Hopkinsville Community College is open and ready. With on-campus and online programs that can lead to essential careers in IT, healthcare, and more, all at less than half the cost of a 4-year university. So never put your dreams on hold and never underestimate you.
Let's talk sports every Saturday morning. Be part of the live Saturday morning quarterback at the Biscuit Barn and Ice Cream Eatery with host Todd Griffin and your Caldwell County Tiger football coaches. Listen live or come be a part of the conversation Saturday mornings at 9 on 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
Enter to win a pair of Titans club level tickets and parking pass to one of the Titans home games this season. Go to WPKYonline.com to enter. Titans ticket giveaway is brought to you by Hancock's Neighborhood Market, ABC Finance, Jenny Stewart Health, The Mixer, The Bruce, and Rooms for Less.
Hancock's Neighborhood Market would like to wish the Tigers all the best of luck this year.
You're locked into Your Sports Edge Football Friday, brought to you by Hopkinsville Community College.
The Henderson County Colonels. The Graves County Eagles.
Henderson County is 9-1, Owensboro 7-2. This is a matchup of 2 of the top teams in Western Kentucky, the top 6A team in Western Kentucky in Henderson County and the top 5A team west of Bowling Green in Owensboro. The Red Devils have not allowed more than a touchdown since a 21-17 loss to Owensboro Catholic on September the 9th. They held Grayson County to negative yards in a 55-0 win last week, and for the season, Jason Phelan's Red Devils give up just 66 yards a night on the ground. They're not having any trouble running the football. Kenyatta Carbon has topped 1,000 rushing yards and has scored 20 touchdowns. Of course, Henderson County is a team that likes to run the football as well. They average 277 yards a night. The three-headed monster of Jordan Wright, Jaheim Williams, and Trajan Davis have combined for over 2,000 yards and 35 touchdowns this year. Henderson County won 5 straight games in this series from 2010 to 2014, but Owensboro's won the last 6, including last year's matchup 55-18.
The Marshall County Marshals. The Graves County Eagles.
Once the Marshals quit playing Class 1A schools, they have found the wins harder to come by. Since the first 2 weeks of the season, their only win has come over Class 4A Callaway County, who hasn't won a game this year. The Marshals lost to Warren Central 36-21 in a non-district game last week. Aiden Dunnigan ran for 79 yards and 2 touchdowns, but the Marshall County defense allowed 200 yards through the air to the Dragons. Graves County comes in 5-4 after a 52-7 win over Muhlenberg County last week. Caden Gregory threw for 243 yards and 5 touchdowns in the win. For the year, has over 1,300 yards and 15 touchdowns, and he should add those totals tonight against the Marshals.
The Union County Braves. The Callaway County Lakers.
The Braves continue to roll with a 42-7 win over Trigg County last week. Another big night for Chris Hughes. 7 catches, 252 yards, and 2 touchdowns. He also had a punt return called back due to a penalty. Cannon Sheffer, 14 of 17 passing for 360 yards and 4 touchdowns. The 9-0 Braves should have no trouble with a winless Callaway County team that is giving up over 50 points a game. They did manage to score 17 points in last week's 42-17 loss to Logan County. Wyatt Robbins threw for 109 yards and a touchdown. Union County has won the last 2 games in the battle between the Red and Columbia Blue, including last year 48-22.
The Todd Central Rebels.
The Rebels got a huge win last week when its defense came up big late in a 16-14 win over Hancock County, and that gives Todd County Central a first-round playoff game. Jamarion Smith ran for 105 yards and 2 touchdowns. Gavin Nolan threw for 99 yards. Nate Redding, 5 catches, 55 yards, also had a pick on defense. The Rebels have a rare Saturday afternoon game tomorrow. They'll host Greene County at 3 o'clock in Elkton. The Dragons bring a 6-3 record into the contest. They average over 33 points a game, but they lost to unbeaten Metcalfe County 27-22 last week. Houston Hodges threw for 222 yards and a touchdown for Greene County. They beat the Rebels last year 14-0.
You're listening to Your Sports Edge Football Friday, brought to you by Hopkinsville Community College.
The legacy continues. Caldwell County Tiger football and 1580 103.3 WPKY Princeton.
Dealing with the real world wasn't easy, even before the whole global pandemic thing. Trying to pay the bills, worrying about family, or just trying to figure out what you want to be. The good news? Hopkinsville Community College is open and ready. With on-campus and online programs that can lead to essential careers in IT, healthcare, and more, all at less than half the cost of a 4-year university. So never put your dreams on hold, and never underestimate you.
Chick-fil-A of Hopkinsville wants to salute the outstanding achievements of our area student athletes. Each week, a student athlete will be chosen based on academics, athletics, and achievements. Watch for the Chick-fil-A AAA Young Person of the Week at yoursportsedge.com. Academics, athletics, and achievements at Chick-fil-A AAA Young Person of the Week at yoursportsedge.com.
Give it your all this season, Tigers. Good luck from the Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center.
It's the 70th meeting all time between border rivals Trigg County and Caldwell County, with the 139 Bowl trophy on the line. That trophy has never left Princeton since it was created 10 years ago. The Wildcats look to snap a 9-game losing streak to Caldwell County tonight. I'm Scott Brown. This has been your Sports Edge Football Friday. We've got pregame coverage of Trigg County and Caldwell County coming up next.
Coming up next, we head to the stadium for pregame coverage of the Caldwell County Tigers. This has been your Sports Edge Football Friday on WPKY 103.3 FM and worldwide at WPKYonline.com.
Dealing with the real world wasn't easy, even before the whole global pandemic thing. Trying to pay the bills, worrying about family, or just trying to figure out what you want to be. The good news? Hopkinsville Community College is open and ready. With on-campus and online programs that can lead to essential careers in IT, healthcare, and more, all at less than half the cost of a 4-year university. So never put your dreams on hold, and never underestimate you.
Tomorrow night.
Touchdown! Touchdown!
Coach Stoops and the Cats are in Knoxville for a big SEC battle under the lights. Let's go! Tennessee Volunteers and your Kentucky Wildcats.
Our UK Wildcats take on the Tennessee Vols. Coverage begins tomorrow at 4 on WKDCRadio.com and
on 106.5 WKDZ.
Proud supporter of Tiger Sports, Big John's Barbecue says, "Go Tigers."
Tiger football is on the air on 1580, 103.3 WPKY on your free WPKY app and worldwide streaming audio on WPKYonline.com. It's time for the Caldwell County Coaches Show on WPKY.
Good evening, Tiger fans, and welcome to the Will Barnes pregame interview. This is Bob Hayes, and the Tigers are home tonight and will face the Trigg County Wildcats. This is a non-district matchup as the Tigers have finished district play at 3-1 and have secured a first-round playoff game at Tiger Stadium beginning next Friday night. However, the game tonight will not be taken lightly by the Tigers, as this will be the 139 Bowl. Two neighboring counties looking for bragging rights. It is also senior night at Tiger Stadium, and I'll be back with the Tiger head coach after these messages from the people that make this interview possible.
Pennyroyal Hospice Executive Director Kelly Martin.
Living to the fullest with Pennyroyal Hospice means relief. R is for when that time comes that you face a restriction in the health of your life. E is for the ease of access to get that help that you so desperately need. L is for the life boost that hospice provides both for the patient and for the family. I stands for the individualized plan of care for your loved one. E is for the emergency plan that is developed specifically for you as a hospice patient. The letter F, we fill in the gaps after someone passes with an amazing and extended bereavement program.
Living to the fullest means relief with Pennyroyal Hospice, celebrating 40 years of care for our loved ones.
At YourSportsEdge.com, we strive every day to continue to bring you the gold standard in high school sports coverage with more on your teams and your players.
Where did it show up there?
And while they are not gold, those crystal awards we have won for doing what we love to do are pretty cool too.
That's something you see every day.
The Kentucky Broadcasters Best Digital Product Award winner. YourSportsEdge.com.
You're listening to Caldwell County Football on WPKY Princeton.
Good luck to all Tiger athletes from Bella Marie Boutique. Go Tigers.
Welcome back to the interview. Before we go further, as I mentioned earlier, the Tigers will host McLean County next week in a home first-round playoff game. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. And before we talk about Trigg County, let's go back and celebrate the win over Murray. Will, what stood out to you about that particular win that night?
You know, things weren't always perfect, and we got down 14-0, and I was just really proud of the way we continued to play, and created some turnovers and created some big plays. We were able to run the football and just stayed after it and found a way to win at the end, and that's what it's all about. Is finding a way to win, and we were able to do that, and just a great effort by our guys against Murray.
And again, just things that I took out of that game. Another big rushing performance by Jameis Carnahan, who's really come on strong the last three games. A bend but not break defense, especially the last three quarters of the Murray game. A very accurate passing by Luke Parker when he went back to pass. Luke 5 out of 6 in that game with a clutch catch by Gus Fox, probably on a second check down or third check down. Credit to Luke for finding him, and credit to Gus for being able to catch it and get away from his defender. And again, this is something that continues to strike me as really strong. A strong punting game by Timothy Nichols.
Bryce, can you hear us?
He continually flipped the field against Murray in that game.
Yeah, he was a really big part of the game, and really this last half of this year has done an awesome job, and really proud of what he's done.
And since last week was a bye week for the Tigers, Will, what did you do with the team from Monday through the end of the week? This week, we know you've obviously been getting ready for Trig,
Bryce,
what do you do in that off week?
We had a JV game on Monday, so brought the varsity guys in and watched the Murray game and went over
Bryce,
some
you're
stuff
very, very low here.
On the film, and just got out and threw a little bit on Monday with the varsity guys, and just did a couple of things defensively and just in a helmet, and got those guys out of there. Played a JV game and gave everybody off on Tuesday, and came back and practiced Wednesday and Thursday. And a lot of that stuff is just kind of
you're getting better,
more cleaning up
I can hear you a little
things
better.
that
Yes.
We need to get cleaned up.
How about now?
Into this last game?
Yeah. Amen.
And then obviously into the playoffs and.
Too loud?
Then you
no,
since we're
that's
pretty
perfect.
familiar with Trigg County.
Oh, yeah, you guys sound perfect
just
right
kind of
now.
getting a look at them.
All right, good. Great.
Just kind of a basic understanding of what they're trying to do, and that way when we got back on Monday,
maybe went to turn the
we were
radio
a little bit
off.
ahead of the game as far as getting ready for those guys.
In entering the game tonight, Will, health-wise, I would expect we're as good as we can be, as have been all season long.
Yeah, we're healthy, and that's what we need to be this time of year, and going into tonight's game.
And I know that in the Murray game, we probably looked to run more than we threw the ball because we knew Murray was going to run, and kind of control the clock.
I think we get them tonight. They got the starting quarterback out.
Effort by the kids.
I like our chances.
To pick up the slack after being down 14-0.
Bryce, but
do we look to throw the ball a little bit more tonight against Trigg, or is obviously I know we have to establish the rushing game, but do we look to be able to put it in the air more?
Yes, sir. I'm confident after
if you look at just kind of how the game went against Murray,
yes, sir. I'm confident
we didn't
after
have
that
very
Murray
many
win.
offensive plays, so
I
they
played really well 2 weeks ago.
Maybe 15, 16 times, and I think maybe threw it 8 or 9. And part of that is at the end of the game.
He said we sound great. I'll need
run the
mine
clock
turned up, and then Bob
get out of
to
there
me
with the
turned
win,
up.
But just when
So
you
we
have that
can-
field
yeah,
plays,
that's much better.
It kind
Much
of
better.
gets skewed a little bit, and we were running the football efficiently. So there was no
Bob,
reason to really
can you hear
throw.
okay?
We hit a throw there in the.
Yeah, I can hear myself good. Probably bring Bob up
obviously
on my
a big
end a little
play,
bit.
but
Check
if
1,
you're
2,
going
check
for
1, 2.
4, 5,
Yeah,
6
I think
yards
it's
a
gonna sound
chunk,
good
there's
when
really
Will's
no
not in the
need
background.
to throw it. So, maybe could have done it there that last drive.
I could take Will out for you real quick if you
Timeouts,
want.
but going forward, I think there hadn't been thrown it single-digit times in a game, and so I think going forward, we'll probably have to, just because of the game, and you're going to get a few more plays and that type of thing.
And in that drive, you're talking about the last drive that we had before we punted. That was another example where when we punted, we pinned them back to their 6-yard line and made them have to come the length of the field to either score or certainly get in position to do the field goal. And as I say, we bent, but we didn't break.
Yeah, that's a big deal because if they get the ball around midfield or even the 25, 30-yard line, with what time was left, they had some timeouts, so they can run a lot of their stuff offensively, and they were still able to do that, being backed up inside the 10, but they still had so far to go that that there towards the end they started to have to throw it a little bit, and we were able to make just enough plays to win, really.
And with our rushing game improving over the last 4 weeks, is that possibly due to the improvement in the O-line and those kids getting experience and understanding what they have to do to get a hole open?
Yeah, I think so. And those guys have done a really good job. And, we've shifted scheme just a little bit, not, anything new, but emphasized a couple of things more than we were in the beginning of the year that kind of fits, our offensive line and fits our running back. So that's helped us, and our guys have done a good job, paying attention to detail and getting better every week, and we've been able to run the ball a little bit better. And when you can do that, that helps some things out offensively. You look at, I guess we scored 23 against Murray, but it doesn't sound like a whole lot of points, but we had 24 plays, or 25, something like that. So we were able to make our opportunities count, and if we'll continue that, into tonight's game and into next week, that you can have some pretty good offensive performances, I feel like.
Well, and again, in that same thing, if we have the ball, it's being kept out of the hands of the opponent. Obviously, more than likely, they can't score if they don't have the ball. And when you're moving at 3, 4, 5 yards a clip, and can consistently do that, chains keep moving and the time keeps running off the clock.
Yeah, and, again, if you can run the football, that's a big deal in any level of football, but especially in high school football. Being able to run it is really important because, like you said, you can kind of start to control the game, and they were able to run the ball too. But like you said, we were able to make stops at key times, and that's what it's about when you're playing in tough football games like that was.
Exactly. I mean, you can, like you say, 25 plays. They have 50-plus plays. We have maybe 8 minutes of clock time. They have 3/4 clock time, but still, it's that the one stat that counts is what it looks like at the end of the game as to who has the most points.
Yeah, it used to maybe bother me a little bit, if those types of games, but I've quickly found out as long as you score one more than they do, that's the real stat.
And I love those 2-play drives for touchdowns. I mean,
yeah,
I never get tired of those.
Yeah, it's hard to drive the ball consistently and go 14, 15 plays. So we've got to generate big plays, and we've been able to do that in the running game, and that's really helped us offensively.
And another claim back to Timothy Nichols, not only has he been strong in the punting game, but his kickoffs have been to the point where they're hard to handle, and really nobody, you had mentioned that you thought Murray had a great team, maybe kickoff return, special teams, but they never got anywhere near breaking a punt or a kickoff.
Yeah, that was really a concern coming into the game was special teams, and did a good job in special teams, and we need to. That phase has to continue to perform well because these games the rest of the way are going to be really tough football games.
And that's going to conclude a look at our Tigers. And when we come back from the upcoming commercial break, Coach Barnes and I will take a look at the Trigg County Wildcats.
Caldwell Medical Associates' new Catawba Orthopedic Clinic is your one-stop shop for orthopedic care. Our team of medical professionals can diagnose and treat a wide range of orthopedic care and get you back on the path to a happier, healthier you. Whether you need basic fracture care or osteoporosis management, a sports physical, or back pain treatment, we've got you covered. To learn more or to schedule an appointment with an orthopedic provider, visit caldwellmedical.com.
Hello, I'm Jason Redford, Community President, First Southern National Bank. When First Southern National Bank says we believe in you, it means we also believe certain things about you. We believe that you want to live a life of margin, where you can balance spending, saving, and giving. We believe that you want to make wise financial decisions to enable that kind of living. Because we believe in you, we are here for you every step of the way. Visit fsmb.net to learn more. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This is Alan Watts with Your Ag Edge, inviting you to join me Monday through Friday at 5:30 a.m. for the WPKY Morning Ag Report. We check in daily with Caldwell County Agriculture Extension Agent Shane Bogle, get the latest from fellow farm broadcaster Max Armstrong, take a look at the latest livestock market reports, hear the latest edition of Traveling to Bluegrass, and check the opening grain market with Hopkins Elevator's Ben Westerfield. That's the Morning Ag Report from Your Ag Edge Network on 103.3 FM and 1580 AM WPKY.
Good luck, Tigers. Have a great season from Treasures Remembered.
We are back for the final segment of this interview. Will, what do we know about Trigg County and what can we expect from them tonight?
They've had a really good season, and they're in a very competitive district. They're in that first district in Class 3A, and so they're going gotten a lot better, and Coach Ezel's done a fantastic job. As good as anybody in Western Kentucky this season with their guys, and really explosive offensively, and do a really good job defensively, pursuing and making things difficult with what they do defensively. So a really good team that will have to play well to have a chance.
And looking at some of their players, they're led by a good rushing attack by Kelsey Parham. He'll be number 22 tonight. He's rushing for over 1,400 yards this year. Obviously had 160 yards on the ground against Union County, so he's definitely somebody we got to pay attention to.
Yeah, he's a really good running back and just a really good football player. He's got great balance and good vision, and a lot of the things you look for in good running backs. He's got those qualities, and tough to bring down. He really is elusive, so he presents a big time challenge.
And also, I know that they maybe have an injury at the quarterback position, but their quarterback last week, Jeremiah Shearer, looks to be like he's very capable of filling that void.
Yeah, he's one of their better athletes, and was a two-way starter for him before he started playing quarterback. So he does a good job back there, and Jacob Weiss, the kid that's played quarterback all year long, has had a really good year and had a really good career. So they missed him in that ball game last week, but at the same time the kid they brought in did a really good job, and is athletic and has got a good arm, and you can just see he played some against Webster, then played a whole game against Union, and you can tell the more he plays, the more confident he gets, and he does a really good job.
I know in looking at the situation, I know I listened to that game last week when Caldwell was off, and the quarterback number 2, Jeremiah Shearer, ran the quarterback draw 3 or 4 times in that game. So obviously we got to be aware of that possibility. And he probably, and the other quarterback, Weiss, was a second leading ground gainer on their team. So they run the ball quite a bit from that quarterback position.
Yeah, whichever. I think they probably designed a few more runs with Shearer back there. But both of them are very capable, and if something breaks down and they don't like something on a pass play, they can scramble and break contain and really hurt you with their legs too. They're both athletic kids, so when you play people like that, that presents a real challenge.
In looking at their receiving core, they're led by number 31, Jaden Vaughn, who had coming into the Union County game 31 catches, 728 yards, 7 TDs. So apparently he's a top flight receiver. And also another, maybe their tight end, number 86, Ivy Red, 22 catches on the year. And I think they like to run him on drag routes over the middle. But we've got to be attentive to those two players when they go out on routes.
Yeah, Jaden Vaughn is, he's 6'4", 6'5", somewhere in there. Good basketball player. So that's kind of like your prototypical, outside receiver, be able to stretch the field. And, he's really athletic and does a good job. The Red kid's a really big receiver that's physical and plays like their Y tight end type of position. Dylan Skinner's another kid that, is a receiver that is very capable, and the running back, is another guy that, they can get the football to in the passing game. That is, one of their best athletes and a really good player. So, it's a lot of different guys you got to be aware of, and a lot of different guys that can hurt you.
And looking at their offensive line, what have you been able to determine about their O-line? They're good blockers, good run blockers, good pass blockers.
Yeah, anytime you have the season they've had offensively, it doesn't happen if you don't have a pretty good offensive line. So, those guys do a good job in both aspects, because they're able to throw the ball efficiently and they've been able to run the ball efficiently. So when you're able to do both of those things, you've got a good offensive line that's a good unit that plays together and is fundamentally sound. Because if you don't have those things, you can't be that type of offense.
Is their running game designed to go? I know the quarterback ran up the middle a couple times last week. Are they designed to go off tackle and outside the end?
It's typical, kind of spread offense type of run game, and they've got run game that can attack you at every level of your defense. So, there's not, it's not like last week where you kind of know what the run game is going to look like. They've got a little bit more variety and different things that they can do. So, it's not necessarily favoring one thing over another.
And when they play defense, what kind of package or front will they bring against us?
They've been in a 4-down front and, with 2 linebackers against a lot of our sets. So, typically you think Trigg County, you think a ton of pressure and a lot of blitz and man coverage. They haven't done that as much. That's definitely still a part of some of the stuff they do. So, they present some challenges. Really, I think they've gotten a lot better. Watching them last year to this year, in all levels, but really defensively, they've done a good job and played pretty well defensively.
I know you've been talking to the players because obviously we know Trigg County is going to come in here amped up, 7-2, hoping to go 8-2 before they get into their playoff season. What have you been telling the Tigers this week about? Obviously, they have to be focused, ready to play, know their keys, and just we got to expect probably 100% out of each one of them.
Yeah, we've got to take the same mindset that we've had about the last month outside of that first half against Fort Campbell, and bring that same mindset, and then we've got to improve with it. So they'll be ready to go. They always are, and we do too. And if we're not, they'll score on us in a hurry and really cause us problems.
And so obviously, what's the mood of the players been like this week? Good week of practice?
Yeah, when you can win and then you got a bye week, that's always a good thing. But the important thing is that the Murray game's over. That's a good win, but we don't want that to be the defining win of our season, and we need to continue to progress and take the next step. And the next step is playing against Trigg County and playing well.
And then obviously going into tonight's game, we know we're going to have senior night, and us being able to bid the seniors so long and farewell. Several seniors have been a key to our success the last 4 games.
Oh, absolutely. And obviously things haven't been great all year, and when you're struggling some, things can kind of go the wrong way. And I think our seniors have done a good job of continuing to show up and work hard, and we've had a little bit of success, and we need to continue to build on it. But it's a great group, good football players, but they're all good kids, and I enjoy being around them, and lucky to be able to coach them, and just really proud of what they've done this year, but really where they've come since they were freshmen, and again, can't say enough good things about them, and really proud of all those guys.
And finally, Will, your thoughts going into tonight's game?
Like I kind of just said, the Murray game, that whole deal is over, and it's time to move on. We put that to bed on Monday of the bye week, and I think our guys are ready to get back out there and play. And with it being senior night, those guys want to go out with the win. So we need to continue to improve and take the next step and play well heading into the playoffs, and that gives you a little bit more confidence if you can play well and in that last regular season game going into that first round playoff game.
And thanks, Will. This will conclude my interview with Tiger head coach Will Barnes. My thanks to Coach Barnes for making this interview possible. I invite you to listen on WPKY FM 103.3 and the live stream at WPKYonline.com. WPKY.com. The live stream will be delayed. Join Dennis Stevens, Todd Griffin, Gary Goodacre, John Miller, Bryce Thompson, and me, Bob Hayes, for the radio broadcast that follows this interview. The Tigers hope to continue their late surge and go out on a winning note as the regular season comes to a close. Join the crew next for the broadcast.
Want faster, more reliable internet? Hey, this is Brent Gilkey with Penny Ryle Electric, and we're proud to help power EnergyNet Fiber internet service. Work from home, stream your favorite shows, and game with unlimited data, all with a reliable, high-speed EnergyNet connection. EnergyNet offers internet packages starting at $59.95 a month and local tech support. Check GoEnergyNet.com to see if EnergyNet Fiber Internet is available for your home.
The richest tradition in college basketball.
An entire nation, a big blue nation.
Get the best coverage of your Kentucky Wildcats.
It is on.
Right here.
UK basketball gets the season started playing Missouri Western State. Coverage begins Sunday at 6 on WKDZRadio.com and
on 106.5 WKDZ.
Black Patch Grill says, "Go Tigers. Good luck this season."
Time to head live to the stadium for a preview of tonight's action with the WPKY Sports Crew. The Caldwell County Tiger pregame show is on the air.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Friday Night High School Football on WPKY. Tonight, the Caldwell County Tigers wrap up the regular season as they battle the Trigg County Wildcats in the annual 139 Bowl right here at Tiger Stadium. Also, big night, it's senior night here at Tiger Stadium. We'll get everything started on the Farmers Bank pregame show next on 1580, 103.3 WPKY, and worldwide at WPKYonline.com.
Hey, sports fans, you wouldn't want your favorite sports team to play only offense or defense. When it comes to insurance, why settle for someone that can handle only your auto policy? At Goodwin Insurance, they take care of all your insurance needs. You deserve someone that provides comprehensive coverage and is working alongside you in your community. Contact them today for a quote.
Goodwin Insurance of Princeton, Cadiz, or Marion, or online at insurewithgoodwin.com.
The roof isn't just part of the house, it completes it. It makes you feel safe and secure, so it needs to be properly installed. The importance of having a high quality and well-maintained roof is what motivates Bluegrass Roofing to serve this area, using quality materials without excess cost. Bluegrass Roofing is a Master Elite GAF certified installer, fully licensed and insured. They thank you for voting them the best roofing company in Western Kentucky. For roofing and claim info, find them at bluegrassroofpros.com.
You'll find over 30 years experience to work for you at U-Ride in Princeton. They are hometown proud and ready to serve your vehicle needs from start to finish, and they do it all safely. You'll find variety and quality vehicles along with on-the-lot financing. And of course, you can always apply online at uridesales.com. Stop by or call for an appointment today with one of their friendly sales staff at U-Ride on the Marion Road in Princeton, 270-365-3018. Hometown proud. Go Tigers!
This is Alan Watts with Your Ag Edge, inviting you to join me Monday through Friday at 5:30 a.m. for the WPKY Morning Ag Report. We check in daily with Caldwell County Agriculture Extension Agent Shane Bogle. Get the latest from fellow farm broadcaster Max Armstrong. Take a look at the latest livestock market reports. Hear the latest edition of Traveling to Bluegrass, and check the opening grain market with Hopkins Elevator's Ben Westerfield. That's the Morning Ag Report from Your Ag Edge Network on 103.3 FM and 1580 AM WPKY.
Raider Auction Company is excited to cheer on all the Tiger athletes this season. Go Tigers from Raider Auction Company.
Welcome into the Farmers Bank pregame show. Farmers Bank and Trust Company, your home of the Tiger debit card, the card that gives back to future athletes of Caldwell County. Their team wants to wish the Tigers good luck this season and to let you know they are there to support you. You can bank on it. Dennis Stevens and Bob Hayes here at the stadium. John Miller in the truck. Bryce Thompson at the station. Todd and Gary down on the field. We'll talk to those guys right after the senior night activities, Bob. But a big game tonight here for Caldwell County. It's a rivalry game, the 70th time that these two teams have met on the football field. But also it's a chance for the Tigers who started out the season very slow. They're playing with some confidence now, winners of 2 of their last 3, to gain some confidence going into the playoffs next week right here at Tiger Stadium.
You're right, Dennis. And the other thing we just found out this week is that we're not coming in with a 3-6 record.
Right.
We're coming in with a 4-5 record. So a win tonight would put us at 500 for the year, which is really, these kids are beginning to play really well coming down the stretch, and we look for another solid performance tonight.
Oh, you can't brag on these kids and the coaching staff as well enough after the start that we had there for a while. It was an 0-5 start before Christian County apparently had an ineligible player on the field that night in the opening game of the season. So right now the Tigers at 4-5 on the year, and like you said, a chance after that start to go 5-5 in the regular season and host a playoff game, something that's just a hats off to this team and the coaching staff to keep the kids focused, keep everybody trying, and keep the effort there all the way till tonight and going into next week's playoff game.
And the thing I think you can take from that, Dennis, is that these freshmen and sophomores are beginning to play more and more and more of a key role. Or seniors have been outstanding throughout the whole year. But these younger kids are getting into the mix and flow and obviously understanding what it takes to be a winning football team, and their development is not to be understated at all.
Just about 36 minutes before we kick this one off here at Tiger Stadium. Senior night activities should start in 5 or 6 minutes, and we'll have those live right here on WPKY as well. Bob, a great night for football here. Temperature about 60 degrees at kickoff. We're going to be down close to 50 by the time this one wraps up tonight. But 2 teams that are kind of going in different directions right now. Caldwell County, as we said, won 2 of their last 3, kind of on an upturn after a slow start. Trigg County got out of the gates great, but they've suffered an injury at quarterback. They've lost 2 of their last 3, and now they're kind of sliding in, if you will, towards next week's playoffs.
Trigg has had a wonderful year, and certainly the injury to their quarterback, you wish that on nobody, but it did obviously affect them a little bit. But they've got another kid they're putting in there that's a really outstanding player, has been playing wide receiver for him. Certainly he's quick, fast, and we look for him to maybe run a little bit more of the football tonight rather than throw the football, which is what the prior quarterback would put the ball in the air several times during the game.
And their quarterback was Jacob Weiss. Hopefully he's going to be back for them in the playoffs next week. Very doubtful, if not ruled out, for tonight's game against Caldwell County. Speaking of injuries, though, Caldwell County, according to Coach Barnes in your coaches show tonight, Caldwell County is looking really good right now health-wise. We'll get down a little bit early to the injury report tonight because of senior night. Injury report is brought to you by Caldwell Medical Associates Orthopedic Clinic, your one-stop shop for orthopedic care to get you back out on the field. Their skilled team of providers have all the experience and knowledge to treat and diagnose a wide range of orthopedic services. Caldwell Medical Associates is a proud sponsor of Caldwell County Athletics.
And you're right, Dennis. According to Coach Barnes, with the bye week last week, after that hard physical game against Murray, it allowed us to obviously heal from that, get the bruises gone, and we are in outstanding shape, except for the 2 men that will not play the rest of the year, and that's Cooper Mosley and D-Man Thompson. So we're as good as we can be.
Teams down on the field, Caldwell County lining up for the senior night activities. They will be in the all-gold uniform tonight with the gold helmets. Trigg County in the familiar black and white with the white jerseys and the white helmets with the black stripes down the middle. So a great night, as we said. Cool, a little bit of a breeze. You will have, if you're going to throw the football tonight, you want to be going from the cab to the tennis courts here because that wind has the flag stood out pretty nice tonight here at Tiger Stadium.
And really, if you're home listening to this and you don't have anything else to do, put a sweater on and a coat and get out here and watch this game. Field looks beautiful. It's playoff time, if you will, even though this is the last regular season game, but these kids are playing for something meaningful tonight. So get out here and support these young men.
It's hard to believe this is the last regular season game. Seems like just yesterday it was August the what was it, Bob, 19th that we started out over at here against Christian County, and it's just flown by this season. But this is a team that has taken its lumps early, but they have stuck with it and really grown. And we'll talk about some of the players as the night goes along tonight. But you got to look at the kind of evolution of Parker. He's held on right at 50% all season long through the air. He's got some confidence now, and I think he's doing a great job getting ready for a critical time of the year.
He has really come along and performed beautifully, and we're not hanging a lot of situations on there where he's got to throw it 20, 25 times a game for us to have a chance to win. Our rushing attack, our offensive line has gotten better, and so Luke doesn't have to do all that on his shoulders, but when he does have time, he's a very accurate passer.
And then you've got to talk about Jameis Carnahan. The kid runs hard game in and game out. It doesn't matter if we've had some running clock situations. We've been on the good end of them and on the bad end this season. It doesn't matter if it's a close game like last week with Murray or a running clock situation. That kid is running to pick up yardage.
He has been a warrior, so to speak, and as a senior, he's led by example. And also in that Murray game, Dennis, the other thing is he had 16 tackles. I mean, he's not only performing on the drive right after the third quarter, 2 plays, both were running plays by Jameis, and he's in the end zone, and for his second touchdown of the game. So he has been a big boost to this team this year.
We are kind of keeping an eye on public address announcer Frankie Brown, as he will be doing the senior night activities here. When he starts that, we're going to switch that over very quickly to him right now. And we are just about ready to go. Let's toss it over to Frankie Brown for tonight's senior night activities live from Tiger Stadium.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Caldwell County High School's Tiger Stadium for football action tonight between the Trigg County Wildcats and your Caldwell County Tigers. Tonight is senior night for 2022 fall sports season, and we would like to recognize and honor some of our seniors tonight. First, we will be recognizing the senior football players and managers. We'll start with our 3 managers. First is Madison Gwill. Madison is the daughter of Amy Stewart and John Gwill. She has been a manager for 4 years. Rachel McClung. Rachel is the daughter of Sonia and Aaron McClung. She has been a manager for 4 years. Emma Peak. Emma is the daughter of Leanne and David Morris. She has been a manager for 4 years. Now recognizing the players. Number 2, Logan Chambliss. Logan is the son of Jennifer and Kevin Chambliss. He has been on the team for 4 years and is a wide receiver and cornerback. Number 9, Canyon Richardson. Canyon is the son of Jenna Williams and Jamie Richardson. He has been on the team for 4 years and is a wide receiver and cornerback. Number 20, Jameis Carnahan. Jameis is the son of Luke and Allison Carnahan. He has been on the team for 4 years and is a running back and linebacker. Number 56, Brady Holman. Brady is the son of Stacy and Chris Holman. He has been on the team for 4 years and is the center and plays on the defensive line. Number 66, Connor King. Connor is the son of Ashley Teague and Ron King. He has been on the team for 4 years and plays on the offensive and defensive lines.
This says number 18, but that's 67, isn't it?
Number 67, Brandon Williams. Brandon is the son of Shanna and Daniel Williams. He has been on the team for 4 years and plays on the offensive and defensive line. Number 71, Caden Alfred. Caden is the son of Corey and Chance Alfred. He has been on the team for 4 years and is on the offensive and defensive line. Number 88, Xavier Bumpus. Xavier is the son of Leslie LaRue and Patrick Murphy. He has been on the team for 2 years and is a wide receiver and strong safety. Let's give a big round of applause to our seniors representing the Tiger football team and their parents. At this time, they will be released to go back to the team to warm-ups, and then we'll continue on with senior night.
So a little pause here, Bob, while the players go out to join the team with warm-ups tonight. Great night here as we get set for the Tigers and the Wildcats coming up in just about 24 minutes away. Then we'll continue on with public address announcer Frankie Brown and the rest of tonight's seniors.
Now, introducing our senior cheerleaders. Lauren Maloney. Lauren is the daughter of Leanne and Kenny Maloney. She has been a cheerleader for 4 years. Sydney McKinney. Sydney is the daughter of Laura McKinney. She has been a cheerleader for 4 years. At this time, we would like to recognize our senior members of the golf team. Claire Noth. Claire is the daughter of Brandy and Brandon Noth. She has been on the golf team for 4 years. Camden McGregor. Camden is the son of Jill and Javen McGregor. He has been on the golf team for 3 years. Cannon Littlejohn. Cannon is the son of Amy and Dr. Littlejohn. He has been on the golf team for 3 years. And now for our senior band members of the Band of Pride. Addison Fish. Addison is the daughter of Tommy and Tracy Fish. She has been escorted by Tracy and Alan Groves. She has been in the color guard for 5 years. Kelly James. Kelly is the daughter of Doug James and the late Anita James. She has been in the band for 4 years and the field commander for 3 years. Clara Ort. Clara is the daughter of Jeremy and Amanda Ort. She has been in the marching band 4 years and the color guard 1 year. Whitney Peck. Whitney is the daughter of Karen Phelps and Chad Peck. She has been in the band for 4 years and plays the saxophone. Aislinn Wilkerson. Aislinn is the daughter of Rebecca and James Wilkerson. She has been in the marching band for 5 years and the drum major for 2 years. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big thank you to our senior players, their parents, the band, the golf team. Let's show these families how much we appreciate their efforts as they have represented Caldwell County wearing the blue and the gold.
That's going to wrap up senior night activities here at Tiger Stadium as we roll on the Farmers Bank pregame show. Bob, looking out there, 8 Tiger players, seniors this year, so that says something. Caldwell County has a lot of kids coming back next season.
A lot of kids coming back, Dennis, and we've got several moving up from the 8th grade level too, and down at these little junior pro levels, the 5th and 6th, the 3rd and 4th, there are just big numbers at that level. So football is alive and well in Caldwell County.
The cupboards are stocked really well here for Caldwell County in the years to come. Just about 19 minutes before we kick this one off, we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have the results of the coin toss and also our first visit down to the field with Todd and Gary. All of that next on the Farmers Bank pregame show here on WPKY.
Do you want to get into the best shape of your life? Okay, let's be honest. You just want to get into some kind of shape. Then now's the time to get to Trilogy Performance Sports and take advantage of their $100 monthly family plan. This offer allows every member of the family living in the house to use the facilities at Trilogy as well as join the classes. What a deal! Don't wait. Get in shape. This offer is only for the month of September, so start exercising now and run to Trilogy Performance Sports to sign up. For more information, go to trilogyperformancesports.com.
Are you struggling to afford health care and medications? Let Health First help you. Whether you are insured, uninsured, or underinsured, you will still be cared for at Health First Community Health Center. We offer financial and prescription assistance to all those that qualify, which is based on income and household size. Contact our office at 1-877-667-7017 for more information or visit our website, healthfirstchc.net. Same-day appointments and walk-ins are welcome. At Health First, your health is our first concern.
If you're involved in an auto accident, it's your choice where your vehicle is repaired. Some insurance companies refer you to pro shops because they give the insurance company discounts. But with those discounts, the insurance company has input on the parts used and might not always use what is best. At Trice Used Body Shop, they're not partnered with an insurance company, but they give the same lifetime limited warranty to the person who owns the vehicle at the time of repairs. Visit Trice Hughes in Princeton for your vehicle repairs.
Hey, it's Tess. Join me weekday mornings from 6 to 9. We like playing games, but we love making winners.
Look at you go, girl!
You did great, girl. You did wonderful.
You got it. That's exciting. Everything you need to know and a whole lot of fun. Start your day with us. Weekday mornings, 6 to 9. What station made you winner this morning?
WPKY.
WPKY.
WPKY
in Princeton.
WPKY.
Go with the good old America, WPKY.
Bradley Furniture wishes all the Tigers good luck this season.
Welcome back to the Farmers Bank pregame show. Farmers Bank and Trust Company, your home of the Tiger debit card, the card that gives back to future athletes of Caldwell County. Just under 17 minutes before we kick this one off, Bob, a great night here for football tonight as the Caldwell County Tigers take on the Trigg County Wildcats. The coin toss was held just moments ago, and we'll let Bob tell you about our sponsors, then we'll give you the results of that.
And the coin toss is sponsored by Farless Realty. Are you ready to sell your home? Call Farless Realty today and let a realtor sell it for you. Ready to buy a home? Don't waste precious time. Farless Realty can help, and interest rates are still reasonably low. They will work hard to find you a home that will fit you and your family and your budget. Contact Farless Realty at 270-365-5058 or stop by 323 South Jefferson Street in Princeton. Check out all their listings on Facebook and at farlessrealty.com.
And Caldwell County did win the toss tonight, so they deferred to the second half. They'll kick away to Trigg County to open this contest just about 16 minutes away. Time now for our first Go Green Field report of the night, and with that, we'll take it down to the sideline with Todd and Gary.
All right, thanks, Dennis. We're down here on the sideline getting ready for Tigers and Wildcats tonight here at Tiger Stadium. Gary Goodacre here with me, and Gary, always a special night on senior night.
It is especially when it's one of the ones you've grown up with here. And in the community, a lot of us have coached these kids in baseball or football or basketball or seen them grow up through academics. And they've grown up to be young men and women. And their life's ahead of them. And you just hope that we've done the right thing by them, given them good lessons, good morals. And we want to see them succeed tonight as well. We'd like to get a win on the gridiron to really cap off a beautiful night.
Yes, talking about the football game itself, this should be an interesting matchup. Trigg got off to such a great start this season, had some trouble the last couple of weeks, but ran into some big teams like Paducah Tillman and Union County. Caldwell County is kind of the opposite, got off to a slow start this season, but it's kind of, stabilized things the last few weeks and has looked a lot better coming into this game.
Trigg County is 7-2, but their two losses were, as you said, to two district opponents, two highly ranked district opponents, and that's going to force them on the road. Caldwell had won 3 games until this week, and those 3 were district wins, and that got them the home game. So definitely trending in the right direction for Caldwell. I'm not going to say Trigg's trending in the wrong direction. I think they just hit 2 buzzsaws of 2 really good teams.
Yeah. Caldwell getting the forfeit win over Christian County this week in the season opener after the Colonels apparently used an ineligible player, self-reported themselves, and that ends up going down as a 1-0 win for Caldwell. So that makes the Tigers 4-5, and Gary, a 500 record in sight if you can get the win here tonight.
Definitely as well. I know the RPI doesn't mean anything this year, but it was nice to see us vault both Murray and Fort Campbell. So now not only do we have the second seed, but we do have the second highest RPI among the 5 district teams. So a little validation there for the Tigers. But as you can tell, they've gotten better because I think they finally figured out what they can do and what works with the personnel that they have. Will, it looked like, and the coaching staff simply played the first 5 games to get to the second 5 games. And we talked about that during that run where things didn't look well, but we realized that all that really mattered was the district games, and it looks like they've righted the ship, and I think we're going to have a very high-scoring game tonight because you've got 2 running backs that are really going to put the yards on for both their teams. It's just a matter of who gets in the end zone more.
Well, and we know Trigg County really wants that 139 bowl. They're not coming over here tonight. The Wildcats thinking, hey, we don't have our quarterback. They're thinking, hey, we're leaving town with a trophy.
They think they're going to ride their running back Parham, and I don't blame them. I think that's what they should probably do, even with their quarterback Weiss in. But I think they're going to pound. I think we have a good front 7 that can handle running backs. If we can handle Murray's stable of backs, I think we can handle one guy, but he's really good. The key is, if he's going to break off a run, we've got to have the third level ready to at least keep it from going in the end zone. Because then, if we can get him in the 20s, then we get the box shorter and less room to run, and maybe we can stop them for field goals. But I've heard they got a good kicker, and I've heard she lives in our county, but that's just a rumor.
Well, if it does come down to the kicking game, the Tigers have looked better in that department the last part of the season, too. So that has gone from being really a weakness the first half of the season to being a strength the last 4 or 5 games.
Yes, I think that we feel now that we have a range of field goals that we can do. Plus, our kickoffs have been good. We got some touchbacks recently, which is great because then you don't have to worry about the risk of a return. But also, he's been able to do some really good punting, Nichols, that has made some definite field flips. And when you have a defense that wants to bend and not break, the longer the field, the more opportunities for the other team to make a mistake, put them behind the sticks, and then punt.
Tigers and Wildcats here tonight, 139 Bowl at Tiger Stadium. And now before the game, we're going to get the national anthem from the Caldwell County Band of Pride down here on the track. Caldwell County Band of Pride with our national anthem as we get set for football action here tonight at Tiger Stadium. The 139 Bowl, the Trigg County Wildcats and the Caldwell County Tigers. And Gary, if we can sneak a peek ahead to next week just for a moment, the best thing about the playoffs is we get a home game next week.
Well, when we were 0-5 and we were looking at the schedule, we told ourselves a home game is in the mix if we do what we're capable of. And I think we played our best game of the year against Murray. It took our best game to defeat them. It did, and that was the clincher. So the question is, what does McLean do? Well, I'm sure that we're going to be doing some research this week, but the half of a game I watched with Adam when they played Hancock County, it looks like they want to run the ball, and they look fairly athletic. But I think Trigg, the way they're going to play today, is going to be an excellent comp. I think how we play against Trigg will be somewhat of a blueprint on what would be successful against McLean.
Big game here tonight. Doesn't have anything, guys, resting on the playoff seedings or anything like that, but it's Caldwell County and it's Trigg County, and, guys, that says enough.
Absolutely, Todd. Thank you and Gary for that. You always want to beat a neighbor anytime you're on the field with them, and that's what we're going to have tonight, Caldwell County and Trigg County here tonight for the 139 Bowl. Next week it's playoff action here at Tiger Stadium as well. Just about 9 minutes before we kick this one off, we're going to take our last break here on the Farmers Bank pregame show. When we come back, we'll have the prayer before the game, also take a little bit of look ahead to next week in the playoffs with the opponent for that game already decided, and the kickoff. All of that still to come here on the Farmers Bank pregame show on 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
Your local McDonald's wants you to know that they are ready to serve you for a breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Dine-in or the drive-thru is always open, and they offer curbside pickup service. To avoid the wait in the drive-thru, you can download the McDonald's app and try curbside pickup. Stop in soon and enjoy breakfast, lunch, or dinner at your local McDonald's. Proud to be a part of this community. McDonald's of Princeton, proud supporters of the Caldwell County Tigers.
December 10th impacted our community in a way that we will never forget. Much was lost that night, some of which can never be replaced. In the days since, we have witnessed something that can never be taken away. The pride of our community, the resiliency of our people, and their resolve to rebuild. The road to recovery has begun, and Farmers Bank wants to do our part to help those impacted by the storm. Let us walk you through the process with our Rebuild Construction Loan Special. Call us or apply online to get started. This is Jeff McDaniels, Farmers Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Fortner Gas Company has been serving the propane needs of Western Kentucky for 70 years. You'll find offices in Princeton and Cadiz. They're your local and family-owned propane supplier. Browse their website to discover the many services and products available. You can shop in person or online, and they can answer any and all questions in person or on the phone. If they're already your propane supplier, they say thank you. If they're not, they would love to be. Fortner Gas Company, a family tradition of service since 1951.
As a community-owned enterprise, the Princeton Electric Plant Board provides services to the people in the Princeton area. One of the services they provide is to make sure the lights are on over our fields and courts for our Caldwell County Tigers. From everyone at the Princeton Electric Plant Board, good luck to all the Caldwell County Tigers and hopes for a safe season. And a big electric roar to their Tigers, Preston Burrell and Lily Hoare.
Saturday mornings at 9, we're talking sports at the Biscuit Barn and Ice Cream Eatery. Join Todd Griffin along with your Caldwell County football coaches for the live Saturday morning quarterback. Be part of the conversation in person or on 1580 103.3 WPKY.
Cozy Living Interior and Boutique, cheering on all Tiger athletes.
Welcome back to the Farmers Bank pregame show. Farmers Bank and Trust Company, your home of the Tiger debit card. 6.5 before we kick this one off. And, Bob, a great night for football here. A little bit of a breeze going on, but looking forward to this one. And this one could come down to a couple of running backs, Kelsey Parham and Jameis Carnahan, two great running backs, high school running backs, and that's going to mean the line is going to play a big part. We do sponsor our Power Line Play of the Week. The C3 Electric Company sponsors that for us. C3 Electric sells and services Generac generators. They also do new construction, remodels, and much more. With over 25 years of experience, you can trust C3 Electric for quality service and installation. But tonight, we need to stop their running back. They want to stop ours, and it's a matter of who does a better job and keeps those guys out of the end zone that's likely to come out on top tonight.
It is a game between two outstanding running backs, Parham for Trick County and Carnahan for Caldwell County. The other thing, Dennis, that we might not want to overlook is it may come down to whoever maybe makes a field goal late in the game. Because we've got an excellent kicker in Timothy Nichols, and Trick County has one that's of the female variety.
Olivia Knopfsinger is 40. Let me get her stat right here. I wrote it down before the game, because we were really hoping she would end up in a Caldwell County uniform, both for soccer, basketball, and maybe a little bit of football as well. But the kid is a senior this year, 42 out of 44 on point afters, and 2 out of 2 on field goal attempts. So she's kicking point after attempts at almost a 96% rate. That's a kid that's not going to miss. So you know she's going to do some damage. So it could come down to that. Both of them are clutch. And this game could be decided by a field goal or extra point.
It's like when we get to the 15-yard line, we're not dead, so to speak, with Timothy's leg and with Olivia's leg as well. So, it's going to be a chess match, and I don't know whether it'll be a feeling out process here in the first quarter. Trick County with the backup quarterback having played last week against Union County and a little bit against Webster County the week before. As we heard that they've shortened the playbook for him, so you know he's going to be handing the ball off quite a bit tonight.
And, Bob, one last thing before we get into the prayer for tonight. Caldwell County is going to have to be a little bit careful about throwing the football because Trigg County has a kid with 10 sacks on the season. They're going to come off the edge a little bit with Tayshawn Linton. So we've got to be prepared tonight. If we drop back, you can't stand back and hold it long. The kid is doing a remarkable job this year with 10 sacks in only 8 games or 9 games so far. Both teams back out on the field. Caldwell County in their prayer huddle. Trigg County coming out through the line at the end zone. Time now for us to do the prayer of the evening, and we'll start that now. Holy God, thank you for another Friday night. We ask that you protect each student that steps on the field tonight, and we also ask that you bless the efforts of each student in ways they never thought possible.
And further, Lord, we ask you to give comfort to those people suffering from the recent hurricane in Florida, the recent flood in eastern Kentucky, and those tornado victims last December in Caldwell, Dawson, and Mayfield. We also ask that you give courage and sportsmanship to the players, patience and understanding to the coaches, wisdom and knowledge to the game officials, and lastly, peace to us all. We ask these things in your precious name. Amen.
Amen. Caldwell County next week will be at home taking on McLean County. McLean County is at home tonight. They'll host Hopkins County Central, a couple other interesting games tonight. You've got Elizabethtown at Owensboro Catholic, Hopkinsville at Paducah Tillman, Madisonville North at Mayfield as Mayfield tries to continue the unbeaten season. Also looking to go unbeaten this year, Union County. They are on the road tonight at Callaway County. You have McCracken County at Christian County, Muhlenberg County at Ballard, and DeSales, an interesting opponent, taking on Crittenden County tonight, and a big one up at Louisville, Bowling Green, taking on St. X in a game of a couple of powers.
And while we've got time, Dennis, we want to be sure that we get this in. Our first quarter is going to be sponsored for us by Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique. Been under the ownership and management of Pam and Hab Haberlong for the past 3 years. They have beautiful furniture, bedding, accessories, and gifts. They're also your local U-Haul dealer. Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique, next to the bowling alley in Princeton. Cozy Living, everything a home should be.
That's going to do it for us tonight on the Farmers Bank pregame show. Farmers Bank and Trust Company, your home of the Tiger debit card, the card that gives back to future athletes of Caldwell County. About a minute and a half left here before we kick this one off, so kickoff is next here on WPKY.
Hi, this is Daniel Ingram with H&R AgriPower. Take care of your property with equipment you can count on, like the Kubota BX and L Series compact tractors, part of our under 100 horsepower tractor lineup, rated #1 for reliability, and Z Series mowers and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Visit H&R AgriPower, your local Kubota dealer, for a demo today.
Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer. Take a test drive at your Kubota dealer. H&R AgriPower, Eagle Way, Hopkinsville.
The legacy continues. Caldwell County Tiger football and 1580 103.3 WPKY Princeton. It's a Friday tradition. The smell of popcorn is in the air. The WPKY sports crew is ready. Get on your feet, Tiger fans. It's kickoff time. Caldwell County Tiger football is on the air. Don't miss a moment of tonight's action. Listen live on the free WPKY app, worldwide at WPKYonline.com, and on the air at 1580 103.3 WPKY.
Welcome back to Tiger Stadium as we get set for kickoff here between the Tigers and the Wildcats. Kickoff tonight brought to you by Purcell Tire. Start your season off right with a vehicle checkup with Purcell Tire in Princeton. Keep your vehicle running great so that you'll never be late for school, for work, or for the ball game. That's all with the help of Purcell Tire, Highway 62 West in Princeton.
And teams are now heading to the field. Trigg County's in kickoff receipt position. Caldwell County now just getting onto the field and lining up to kick off. And for the call here in the first quarter, my friend Dennis Stevens.
Thank you, Bob, and looking forward to this one. Trigg County will come in with a backup quarterback tonight and on a bit of a slide after starting out 6-0, but still a tough opponent for Caldwell County. Caldwell won the toss, elected to defer. They kick off. Ball bobbled at the 10 by Trigg County, picks it up across the 15, hit at the 20 and brought down at the 23-yard line. In on the tackle for Caldwell County was number 12, Eli Stevens. And Trigg County will take over 1st and 10 with the ball on their own 23-yard line. Trigg County is going to start out at quarterback with Jeremiah Shearer. The kid is an athlete, Bob. He was the one of the top 2 receivers and one of the top 3 rushers before having to be put into that quarterback role after Jacob Weiss injured a shoulder a couple of weeks ago against Webster County. Trigg County will start out with a compact set. 2 receivers out to the right. Direct snap to Parham in the backfield. Parham takes it across the 25 and stood up at the 26-yard line. Kelsey Parham is a senior running back averaging, Bob, 160 yards a game on the ground.
We've got to know where he is and where he lines up on every play, Dennis. We've got to get after him with at least 2 tacklers on every play. Trigg County also has a threat in Jaden Vaughn, a 6'5" wide receiver, good basketball player. So when they throw, they'll throw to him or to Ivy Red, their tight end.
Shift by Trigg County over to the right side. It's again Parham with the direct snap into the backfield. Tries to go outside the right side, and he's tackled at the 30-yard line. So Trigg County will face 3rd down and just about three, maybe a long three, short four coming up just underway here at Tiger Stadium. A little over a minute gone.
Pickup of 3 yards on his first carry, pickup of 4 yards on his second carry, and you're right, it's a long short four, a long three.
Trigg County at the line. Parham again, the deep back. They haven't shown anything out of a true quarterback. Parham's going to take it again, wants to go to the right side, finds a hole, and busts the run for a first down out past the 40.
About the 43, Dennis.
We're going to give him a spot at the 43, Bob. I thought they might have brought him down closer to the 40, but a first down run by Kelsey Parham. It's been all Parham so far for Trigg County. It looks like they're going to line him up again. I'm trying to find number 2 down on the field, see if he's being one of the wideouts. But Parham set up behind a couple of lineman numbers. Parham with a direct snap again. Trigg County is just going to line up and see if you can stop us running it right down the middle. This one into Tiger territory and down near a first down. It's going to be about a yard short at the 48-yard line. Gus Fox on the tackle for Caldwell County. No score, just a couple of minutes gone here in the first quarter. And Trigg County, first time in Caldwell territory tonight.
And so far, all on the ground.
Bob, I'm not even seeing number 2 out on the field. It's Parham in that backfield, but they've got a couple of lineman numbers in the backfield as well as blockers, and he's following those guys every time so far. Stutter step, Caldwell County holds him up. It's going to be close to a first down.
I'm not sure that he made it, Dennis, but we'll look and see.
Guys, I'm detecting a pattern to what Trigg County's doing offensively. I think Parham's going to get the ball a lot tonight.
Yeah, and you didn't even have to bring the mystery machine in on that one. It is a first down. Thank you, Todd. Todd down on the field with all of our Go Green field reports for the season. We appreciate Adam French and all the guys with the Go Green field reports. And, Bob, they're just going to line it up and run it till you can stop it. That's what they're going to do. So Caldwell County gets a look.
Maybe we can wear him out on this first drive.
Shift is over to the left side. High snap. Parham pulls it down, wants to get outside to the left side. Great pursuit by Caldwell County. Flag out on the field and a tackle for a loss back near the 50-yard line. A couple of flags came in from the backfield and also the sideline. And, Bob, like Todd said, it's not hard to figure out what they're trying to do. It's just a matter of how soon we want to commit to just doing that. And as long as they don't bring a quarterback in, I think you just got to just go all in on the run by Parham.
Well, exactly. I don't know if he can throw the ball. We've not seen that.
Flag is against Trigg County, so that will put them back to their own 42-yard line. So first and long coming up for Trigg County. Clock stops with the penalty with 8:52 left in the first quarter. No score here from Tiger Stadium in the season finale for both teams, regular season finale. Parham out of a Wildcat-style setup. Jaden Vaughn with the pitch. He's going to turn up the right side and picks up a couple, maybe 3 on the play at most.
To the Trigg 45, pick up of 3 yards on the play, brings up second and 18 for Trigg County.
And you were right, Jaden Vaughn, a tall kid, junior. He has 33 receptions for 761 yards on the season and 7 touchdowns. So you let him get out in open field, Bob, you're probably going to lose the foot race.
Well, and maybe we got Xavier, who's our basketball player, can keep up with him and jump with him.
Parham will put one player in motion, fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, goes to the right side across midfield, knocks helmets at the 48 and goes down there. Cole Sherrill stops him. Actually, the spot's going to be at the 49-yard line of Caldwell County. It's going to bring up third down and 12. 7.5 to play here in the first quarter.
Gain of 6 yards on that run by Parham.
Every play so far by Trigg County on this possession has been a run, except for the little pitch pass to Vaughn. Shift over to the right side by the 2 linemen. Parham wants to go up the middle. He's hit and thrown down. Maybe a pickup of 1.
will give him to the Caldwell 48-yard line, gain of 1 yard on the play.
I think that was Sherrill again on the tackle for Caldwell County, wrapped him up well.
And the Tigers will be dropping back in punt return formation, 4th and 11 for Trigg County.
Xavier Bumpus for the Tigers, back deep. He'll stand at his own 13-yard line. Jaden Vaughn with the boot and has a good leg, fielded at the 5-yard line. Bumpus wants to get outside across the 10, 15, and dances it out to the 20-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds. Vaughn has a pretty good leg, Bob. We watched him in warm-ups. And
he's a quick, he doesn't lay it out there like a conventional punter, but he's got ball rockets off his foot.
And he had the wind at his back, so a good return by Xavier Bumpus will give Caldwell County the ball, 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Luke Parker will bring the offense out for Caldwell County. As we said, Parker hovering right around that 50% mark through the air. He'll have Davis and Carnahan in the backfield with him. One receiver each way for Caldwell County. Davis goes in motion, handoff to Carnahan, up the middle, bounces off a couple of tacklers, and a good gain on 1st down, pickup of 6 out to the 26-yard line. Not your typical offense that you're used to out of Caldwell County over the years. You're not going to see the real spread. They kind of changed that 3 or 4 games into the season, started going more with a running attack and 2-back backfield.
And when you have a kid that can average 4, 5, 6 yards a carry, Dennis, that makes sense.
Chambliss and Bumpus, receivers on the near side. Carnahan in the backfield. Chambliss in motion. Chambliss with the handoff. Wants to turn the corner, had to go back. Now he goes up and gets to the sideline. One player to beat, and he's going to be thrown down from behind. Had to stop up for one player in front of him, and when he had to slow down a little bit, he gets hit from behind, but not until he picks up a big gain all the way down to the Trigg County 32-yard line.
42-yard run that time by Logan Chambliss. Actually a pass. I think that may go as a pass, Dennis.
Chambliss really had to go back about 10 to 12 yards to get around the defense of Trigg County, but once he made the turn, it was up the field, and for a second looked like he could go all the way with that one. But it is a 1st down for Caldwell County. 1st down is brought to you by Lake Barkley CrossFit. Always free to come and try at Lake Barkley CrossFit. Parker takes a snap. Handoff to Carnahan. Carnahan hit right after the handoff. He's going to lose a little bit of yardage back to the 34-yard line. So 2nd down and 12 coming up for Caldwell County as we hit the 5-minute mark to play in the 1st quarter. No score. First possession of the night for Caldwell County. Caldwell's going to put Bumpus to the far side, Chambliss to the near side. They'll keep Gus Fox in to block. Carnahan to the left side of Parker. Parker to the air for the first time tonight. Goes sidelines, got a man open. It's Fox at the 23-yard line. Hit and goes down. They're going to say knee touched or stepped out of bounds. Coach Barnes does not agree with it. Fox slipped a little bit, but it looked like he regained, just put a hand down. Knee didn't look like it touched from up here, Bob, but they're going to call him down at the 20. Let's go down for a Go Green field report and see what Todd saw from the sideline.
Yeah, guys, the official down here ruled that Gus's knee hit the ground. He never was out of bounds, but it looked like his knee hit the ground, so they blew it dead at that spot.
1st and 10, though. Tigers picking up a 1st down on that gain of 14 yards through the air.
Another Lake Barkley CrossFit 1st down for the Tigers. This time, Carnahan's going to line up behind Parker. He'll take the handoff right up the middle, line pushing. Carnahan still churning across the 15 and down almost to the 10. They're going to spot him at the 11-yard line.
9-yard run that time.
That's a hard-nosed 1st down run by Jameis Carnahan. Go ahead, Todd.
Yeah, on that last play, that was a nice snag on the catch by Gus Fox, and you know, he's improved in that aspect lately, and that gives Caldwell County another offensive weapon on the outside to go to. And, you know, that was a big play last week when he made that touchdown catch against Murray. So, you know, that's becoming another big option for the Tigers offensively.
Yeah, you can't just read the scouting report and think you're going to stop Carnahan. If if Parker gets the time to throw, Bob, he's as accurate as anybody's been in a while for Caldwell County. You like his arm strength and his accuracy. It's just getting him time to throw the ball. Davis in motion. Hand off to Carnahan up the middle. Gets it across the 10 down to the 6-yard line. Another Lake Barkley CrossFit first down, so it'll be 1st and goal.
Number 73.
Caldwell County looking good here on their first possession, Bob, as they are just about 6 yards away from putting points on the board. Davis is going to come out. Gus Fox back in for the Tigers. Caldwell County going left to right on your radio dial here in the first quarter as the clock ticks with 3:25 to play in that quarter. Carnahan to the left side of Parker. He's got one receiver each way. Parker calls for the snap. Hands it off to Carnahan. Up the middle, lowers his head. Gets inside the 5 to the 3-yard line. Bob, it wouldn't surprise me if you're going to give it to number 20 about 3 more times if it takes it to get it in. Caldwell County's line really opening up some space for
moving Trigg County off the ball too. That was
just a matter of pushing them back 3 yards.
That's just good power football, and 2 more cracks like that, and we're in the end zone.
Davis back in to block. Carnahan out of the offset eye. Parker takes the pitch in the backfield. Tries to get to the corner, and he's in. Touchdown, Tigers. Great blocking by the receiver and by Davis on that one. And Caldwell County gets on the board with 2:37 left to play in the first quarter. Tigers 6-0 as Nichols will come out and try the point after attempt. Extra points are brought to you by Goodwin Insurance. Goodwin Insurance is your locally owned independent insurance agency capable of handling all of your insurance needs. Nichols will try the point after. Parker will take care of the hold. Against the wind on that end. Little Bob Seeger kick. Low snap brought up. Kick is up. And it is no good. 2:37 left to play in the first quarter. Caldwell County on the board first. Tigers 6, Wildcats nothing. Back after this.
For 25 years, La Potosina Mexican Restaurant has been your choice for authentic Mexican food. They appreciate your business through the years. Open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner. Pair your favorite meals with your favorite margarita. Enjoy dining in or call in for carryouts. Call 270-365-3848 to place your order. La Potosina Mexican Restaurant with locations in Princeton and Marion. Be sure to follow them on Facebook. And thanks again for 25 great years.
Hey, it's Jess. Join me weekday mornings from 6 to 9. We'll get you ready to start your day with sticky notes and local, regional, and national news updates at 6:30 and 7:30. Complete Weather Edge forecast, jump in a Wayback Machine, birthdays and anniversaries at 7:30. Catch up with Community Calendar and cover local issues, events, and even share the love with Coffee Talk at 8 a.m. Everything you need to know and a whole lot of fun. Start your day with us at 1580 103.3 WPKY.
Herb Hayes Furniture and Mattress wishes all the Tiger athletes good luck this season. Go Tigers. Give it your all from Herb Hayes Furniture.
Welcome back to the game, and I'll turn it over to Dennis as the kickoff is now underway.
And the ball picked up near the 10-yard line. Good return by Trigg County as they push it out to the 33-yard line before Parham is brought down on the play. Bob, some friends we love to have listeners text in and let us know they're listening tonight. Larry Smith, the old-time DJ at WPKY, listening tonight, as well as former Lady Tigers soccer star Kelsey Adams listening tonight as well. She's suffered a injury this year, didn't get a chance to play as much as she wanted to, but still one of the best ladies soccer players all time at Caldwell County. So
now we see something different, I think, Dennis.
Trigg County is going to bring out the more conventional approach now, as they will bring out Jeremiah Shearer at quarterback. He hands off to Parham. So all Trigg did on the first possession was take out the middleman. Parham takes a smack at the 36-yard line. Parham took the hit at the 36, ended up laying at about the 34. So Caldwell County with the good hit, but a decent gain on first down for Kelsey Parham.
Kenyon Richardson in on that tackle.
Richardson will lay a smack on you if you give him a chance to get some momentum going. Not afraid of anybody, even somebody the size of Parham. Shearer has Parham to his right shoulder. 2 receivers each way for Trigg County. Jump pass. This one picked off. Looks like Gus Fox on the far side. Fox with the pick at the 40-yard line. And Caldwell County will take over 1st and 10 in Trigg territory with 1:51 left to play in the first quarter. Great position by Gus Fox on that pass.
And Gus is exhibiting the great ability to catch the football.
Shearer kind of made a little jump pass on that one. Didn't have a lot on it as he tried to throw it from midair.
Okay, guys, so do you try to jump all over this one and go for a big play, or do you stick with the game plan and just continue to pound the ball?
I think you just go ahead and keep taking your shots with Carnahan and the little short passes that you can get. But
Absolutely.
sometime tonight, the coaching staff is going to go downfield.
Run the clock is what's best right now.
They tried here with a trip set to the right for Parker. Instead, handoff to Carnahan is going to go opposite side across the 40, inside the 35, and down to the 33-yard line.
When you're at running 7 yards on a play, I'm not sure you want to change your.
Caldwell County really overloaded the right side of that line with that trip set and had Trigg defensively all pulled to that side.
Yeah, we like sometimes running to that weak side of the formation.
2nd down and 3 coming up for Caldwell County. Carnahan behind Parker. Parker set to take the snap. Little movement on the line. We'll see if that's against Trigg County.
I think Trigg jumped.
And it is against the Wildcats, so that's going to be enough for a Caldwell County first down. Our friends at Lake Barkley CrossFit will sponsor all the first downs all season. You can never be too healthy, too strong, or in too good a health. Lake Barkley CrossFit has classes designed for anyone at any fitness level and always free to come and try. Just a few ticks over 1 minute to play in a very fast first quarter here at Tiger Stadium. Caldwell County up 6-0. And in good field position now, Parker set to take the snap. He's going to roll to his right, looks up the field. It's complete at the 30-yard line. 25, ball got on the ground. We'll see if the player was down first. That's Maddox with the reception. And we'll see, it looks like the signal is going to give it to Trigg County. Luke Maddox made the catch, got hit at the 25. Coach Barnes asking for a little explanation, but the turnover is going to give it back to the Wildcats with 38 seconds, I should say, left in the first quarter. Trigg will take over at their own 25.
Looked like the ball was definitely out, guys.
Maddox took a pretty good hit on that one, and the ball came loose. Trigg County will come back out on the field. A couple of turnovers in the last couple of minutes, and Trigg County about back where they started a few minutes ago. It's going to be Shearer with Parham on his left shoulder. One receiver each way, extra tight end in for Trigg County. Parham takes it right up the middle, lowers his head, and gets it to the 29-yard line. 2nd down coming up, and we'll see if Trigg County tries to get a playoff before the end of the quarter. We do have the play clocks back in action tonight here at Tiger Stadium, so that helps out, at least from our end anyway, Bob.
Yes, and we don't have to guess, and we don't have to see the back judge with his arm raised and all that.
Jaden Vaughn, the near side receiver. They get the snap away. Parham on the handoff, hit and dropped just over the 30 at the 31-yard line, and the whistle will blow. After 1 quarter of play, it's Caldwell 6, Trigg County nothing. Back after this.
Hi, this is Daniel Ingram with H&R AgriPower. Take care of your property with equipment you can count on, like the Kubota BX and L Series compact tractors. Part of our under 100 horsepower tractor lineup, rated #1 for reliability. And Z Series mowers and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Visit H&R AgriPower, your local Kubota dealer, for a demo today.
Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer. Take a test drive at your Kubota dealer. H&R AgriPower, Eagle Way, Hopkinsville.
At YourSportsEdge.com, we strive every day to continue to bring you the gold standard in high school sports coverage with more on your teams and your players.
Where did it show up there?
And while they are not gold,
Unbelievable.
those crystal awards we have won for doing what we love to do
Tough defense.
are pretty cool too.
That's something you see every day.
The Kentucky Broadcasters Best Digital Product Award winner,
Ball game over.
YourSportsEdge.com.
Welcome back to Tiger Stadium. Second quarter coming up, brought to us by Cozy Living. Stop in and see Pam, see what Pam has for sale in her store out there. It's a store full of inventories, beautiful furniture, bedding, accessories. Hab is your local U-Haul dealer. Stop in and see them. And for the call here to start the second quarter, my friend Dennis Stevens.
Thank you, Bob. This one going quickly tonight. Snap is back. Shearer, quick outlet pass dropped in and out of the hands of Vaughn on the far side. So that'll be fourth down coming up now for Trigg County after the Caldwell County turnover.
And we'll see whether they're going back into punt formation. So
I think that's the right decision this early in the game, especially with somebody with the leg of Vaughn. Vaughn gets this one away. It's going to cross midfield, take a Trigg County bounce inside the 40, still rolling, and Caldwell will take over at their own 37-yard line as the teams will switch sides. Caldwell leading this one 6-0. Bob, another listener giving us a text in tonight on the road to Oklahoma for some travel softball, and it's Lady Tiger softball coach Butts checking in with us tonight.
A long way from home playing softball.
Listening courtesy of WPKYonline.com. We will have the game film coming up on YouTube after this one. It'll be on delayed broadcast. Carnahan and looks like Davis in the backfield for Caldwell County.
Like
Carnahan's going to go in motion.
Offside.
And the handoff goes to Davis. Davis lowers his head, doesn't get much. Flags come in after the whistle blows. Look like the back judge tossed the flag in after the play. We'll see what that call is.
I think the ball came out again, guys.
Was it just a marker he was throwing then, I'm assuming. They're going to give Davis the gain out to the
I think it's
Trigg County. Was it a
Trigg County ball?
And it is going the other way. I never saw one official give the signal, Bob, did you?
No, I didn't either.
So another turnover for Caldwell County. Shearer with the pitch to the far side. Parham is going to be sealed up and brought down for a loss on the other side of the 40.
Well, these two turnovers by the Tigers, very uncharacteristic because through 9 games, the Tigers had only turned the ball over 7 times, and they had forced 19 turnovers. So Caldwell had been very good in the takeaway game. Here tonight, though, now they're down 2-1.
Trigg County is one of those teams, obviously, has been taught to try to reach for that football, to try to rip it out on any hit. And so far, they have paid off with a couple of Caldwell County turnovers tonight. Wildcats will send out a trip set out to the right. Shearer alone in the backfield. Parham's going to drop out as a safety net to the far side. Shearer in trouble, throws. This one incomplete. Bumpus just barely out of position enough to make the interception. Wishes he had been about a couple of steps over. Third down and 13 coming up for Trigg County. 6-0 Tigers early in the second quarter.
And Shearer was under pressure at that time, Dennis. He didn't get that ball off. He was going to go down with a sack. So Caldwell County is putting the pressure on when he drops back.
Jaden Vaughn on the near side. He's got Kenyon Richardson in one-on-one coverage. Shearer takes it, wants to go to the far side. It's complete at the 43-yard line. That was number 11 on the catch.
Dylan Skinner.
Dylan Skinner with the catch for Trigg County.
33-yard line.
And they will spot it at the 33. That's still going to be fourth down coming up.
4th and 3.
So good time for Caldwell County to hold here. Trigg County, I'm sure that's out of Olivia Knopfsinger's range, as good as she is. You're still going against the wind on that end of the field. Shearer with Parham in the backfield. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right for Trigg County. They were really wanting to draw Caldwell County off, could not do it, and they'll have to take a timeout before the play clock runs out. Timeout on the field. 6-0 Tigers. Back after this.
For a delicious meal, try Kay's Kitchen in Princeton. They have great home cooking, just like Mom and Grandma used to do. Enjoy cook-to-order breakfast every day, all day. Daily lunch specials include favorites like open-faced roast beef, grilled chicken tenderloins, country fried steak, smoked pork chops, and catfish and shrimp on Fridays. All your favorite veggies, too. And don't forget Kay's homemade desserts. Open Monday through Thursday, 5 to 2, Friday 5 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Saturday 5:30 to 11. Kay's Kitchen, 501 North Jefferson Street, Princeton, 1 block from the courthouse.
And welcome back to Tiger Stadium. A key 4th down play coming up here for Trigg County early in this game.
Bob, I think that's some of the growth of Caldwell County over the course of this season. Early in the year, we got maybe a 50-50 shot at jumping on that. These kids have learned, and they stayed put knowing what Trigg County was going to do.
Absolutely, Dennis. We've grown up. It's been fun to watch these kids grow up.
2 receivers each way in a spread set for Trigg County. Shearer has some trouble now, is dodging. Little shovel pass over to Parham. Parham, stiff arm at the 35. He's going to have the first down and more. Gets pushed out of bounds, but it's going to be inside the Caldwell County 20. It looks like maybe he stepped out of bounds. There's an official back at the 28-yard line, and they're going to throw a flag, a holding call on Trigg County. So that was a break for Caldwell County as Parham had well enough for a first down just inside the 20. But we'll bring it back and try 4th down all over again, and they'll spot the ball at the 38-yard line of Caldwell County.
Brings up a 4th and 8 for Trigg County, and looks like they're going into punt formation.
And sideline warning, I think, on Trigg County, or maybe on Caldwell. They're pushing both sides back.
Yeah, it took us into the second quarter to get that call.
Is there a bonus for those? I mean, do you have to get one at some point?
Can you refuse that penalty?
Man. 10:25 left to play in the first half. 6-0 Caldwell County. Jaden Vaughn in punt formation.
And we've got to watch. They're down close. We got to have our eyes on the punter for sure right now.
He's got a wide field near a hash mark is where it's at. Vaughn puts it in the air. Bumpus, fair catch called, and he'll take it at the 11-yard line. So Caldwell County will come out and see if they can get over this little turnover bug that they've suddenly came down with tonight. 2 turnovers by Caldwell County, 1 for Trigg County. And the Tigers will take over with 10:20 to play in the first half, leading this one 6-0.
This is one where you want to see an 8-9 minute drive, Dennis.
Carnahan's going to be in the backfield with Parker. Looks like Wofford in to block. 2 receivers set to the left, 1 to the right. Parker takes the handoff, gives it to Carnahan. He comes left, dodges a tackle, lowers his head at the 18, still on his feet, and gets it out all the way to the 27-yard line, dragging a Trigg County player in the process.
He almost broke free and it was almost gone.
Kid has no stop in him as he gets a Lake Barkley CrossFit first down out to the Tiger 27-yard line. And another thing Caldwell County is doing much better than the start of the season. These receivers know their blocking assignments a whole lot better now. Carnahan is getting some help on the outside on these runs from these wide receivers, and it's paying huge dividends. Parker bobbles a snap, comes right down in his hands, but he's got a lot of white shirts around, finds a lane on the near side, gets it back out, and a gain out of what looked like it was going to be about a 7 or 8 yard loss. 32-yard line is going to be the spot of the football.
30-31.
Yeah, we'll give it. They are going back to the 31.
And pick up a 5 yards on that busted play by Luke.
Flag on the play.
Flag is on the field. Let's take it down for a Go Green field report and check this call out.
Well, they're calling holding on the Tigers. I don't think the Tiger coaching staff was very happy with that call, but you see holding all night long, and it's kind of a tough call sometimes. I think Caldwell was actually more upset with the previous play. They kind of wanted a horse collar tackle on that play, so I think they were yelling more about that than the hold.
So let's sort this out, Bob, and see what we've got. A first down and I'll let you do the math.
21 it looks like. First and
21 for the Tigers. Carnahan with the handoff. He's going to take it to the right side. Hits a pile just across the 15-yard line down to, looks like about the 17 is where they'll spot it as we go under 9 minutes to play here in the first half. Tigers with the 6-0 lead right now.
Trigg County doing a good job of trying to tackle the football guys. I think that's why a couple of times it's come out already, and the Tigers are really going to have to watch that because Trigg County's really going after the football.
Trigg County in man coverage with a two-man set to the left side of Parker. Chambliss in motion. A pitch, and this one going nowhere. Trigg County had that one read. Chambliss went in motion. Caldwell County tried to go the opposite direction to Gus Fox and kind of confused Trigg County, and it did not confuse the Wildcats as Fox is dropped for a loss. Ball spotted at the 17-yard line of Caldwell County. Maddox in the ball game for the Tigers, as well as Bumpus. That's the two near side receivers.
Third and 20.
Far side.
Third and 20 for the Tigers. But if we have to punt, we'll have the wind at our back.
Parker with Carnahan in motion. Parker on a keeper, finds a hole, gets hit, and he's going to be dropped at the 18-yard line. One player for Trigg County stayed home, read that one well. Other than that, Parker has a big gain. So fourth down, and Nichols will come out to punt for Caldwell County. And you're right, Bob, a pretty stout breeze still has the flag standing at the far end of the field. Caldwell County will also have this breeze in the fourth quarter, which could pay a big dividend, as you mentioned, could come down to a kicking game in that fourth quarter. Snap is back, low snap. Nichols kind of got under that one a little bit. It's going to go out of bounds. It'll stay in Tiger territory. Official still walking down the field and stops at the Tiger 38-yard line where Trigg County will take over first and 10. 7-10 left in the first half. Hope you'll stay tuned for the Little Caesars halftime report with Todd and Gary down on the field. They'll have area scores, a halftime moment in history, and then all of the stats coming up. That's all on the Little Caesars halftime report. And they're also going to have a recognition on some veterans tonight because of the theme for the Band of Pride's performances this year, so some veteran recognition going on at Tiger Stadium as well. Shearer in the backfield, Parham, the workhorse beside him. They fake the handoff. Shearer keeps it, lowers his head. Caldwell County misses a tackle at the 36, and Shearer gets inside the 35 down to the 32-yard line. Trigg County has a player down. That's number 71.
And that was Matt Ladd.
So Matt Ladd down. We'll take a 30-second timeout and be right back. Caldwell leads this one 6-0.
At Tri-Shoes, they're ordering it your way. How would you like to have a vehicle built just for you? Little things are important, like rich colors, big screens and displays, almost like watching TV. Exteriors with beautiful style and powerful engines that respond to the lightest touch on the accelerator. It's time to get what you want. Order your new ride and feel the thrill when you drive off the lot. Tri-Shoes in Princeton is the one-stop shop for everything your vehicle needs. For more information, visit tricehughes.com. That's tricehughes.com.
And we're back here at Tiger Stadium. Injured player for Trigg County still on the field.
And they have the trainers out on the field checking him out. Bob, while we've got a minute, let's talk a little bit. And Todd, you come in on this all you want to as well. Next week, playoffs start. Caldwell County has battled their way into a home field playoff game as they'll take on McLean County next week, a team that, from all we know, likes to run the football much like Trigg County does with Parham. So a good preparation game tonight, if you will, against Trigg County for that game next week against McLean.
Looking at McLean, Dennis, I looked at some of their stats. They're only throwing the ball 5 or 6 times a game. So it's just like Murray.
That was one of the weirdest district races I think I can imagine, because it looked like Todd Central was completely out of it. They go on a run at the end of the season, come off with a 2-point upset win a couple of games or last week.
I think they beat Hancock County.
And it was over Hancock County 16-14. So how do you reward somebody with a late season run to make the playoffs? You put them on the road to go play Mayfield next week.
You know, it looked like McLean County was going to be the number 2 seed over there just because of the way the RPI was shaping up. We thought maybe Hancock County would be coming here, but Todd ended up knocking Hancock out and cost McLean County a home game in the playoffs. And the Cougars have a really good team, but when you look at the RPI, those teams in the 2nd district did some really good scheduling. They scheduled some bigger schools that typically aren't very strong, and by winning those games, it really helped them in the RPI because you get a bigger bump. I think McLean County has 3 wins over 5A schools and a win over 6A Muhlenberg County, and so they got some nice bumps. I mean, they still had to go win those games, but, you know, they kind of played that RPI game really well, and it served a lot of them well had there been a tie that would have been broken by the RPI.
So that is the opponent next week. McLean County will be at Tiger Stadium, and we'll be on the air all of our regularly scheduled times. Bob will talk with Coach Barnes at 6 o'clock. Farmers Bank pregame at 6:30, and Tigers in McLean County at 7 next week right here at Tiger Stadium. But right now, 6:45 left to go in the first half, and it's Trigg County Shearer takes the handoff. He's going to keep it himself, gets across the 30 to the 28-yard line. And Coach Barnes said in your interview, Bob, if I'm not mistaken, Trigg County probably put more of these runs in for Shearer after he took over at that quarterback spot because he is so athletic.
And it looks like it may be a first down, although will we measure or will we not? I think we're going to measure, Dennis.
Well, those would have been nice about 2 weeks ago. And it is an official timeout on the field.
This will be the first time we've had a guess so far this year.
But they took the ball all the way to the sideline for the spot.
Really? You can't do that.
I've never seen that. Look over the officials, all looking at the football.
You can't do that.
That's a first for me as well.
A great video on Twitter this week, guys, from another football game from another state where an official actually has the chain come out, stretches it out, it's short. He moves the football up until it's a first down and calls it a first down. Not exaggerating, it's on Twitter. Now, 2 weeks ago, we just didn't bother measuring these, but I don't know. I'm at a loss at how measuring for a first down has become such a difficult philosophy.
So they take it to the sideline, They take it to the sideline for the measurement. Now they're going to bring the sticks out because it's going to come up just maybe the nose of the football short.
But if you've moved the football, your measurement on the sideline doesn't really mean anything. You've changed the spot by moving the football.
Yeah, you've gone 18 yards carrying the football, and you've lost all ability to where the ball was.
Yeah, because I don't think anybody's going to run in that straight a line to take it all the way over to the side. This one is going to be just about a half a football short of a first down. Ball spotted at the Caldwell County 28-yard line as Trigg trying to get on the board tonight. Caldwell leads this one 6-0. 6:36 left to play in the first half. 3rd and inches coming up for Trigg County. Do you expect Parham? He's at the Wildcat position. It's going to be a straight snap back to Parham. Parham gets the first down and then some as he's hit and stopped right around the 25-yard line. But again, you don't have to watch a lot of football to see what Trigg County is going to do in a lot of situations tonight. Parham with the direct snap and the first down. They'll spot him at the 26-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Wildcats.
Now the guy moves it to the 25, Dennis.
And you're right, it is now at the 25. We had it right the first time, Bob, if they'd just listened to us up here to begin with. Parham stays in. Shearer out at quarterback. Parham to take the direct snap. Wants to come to the right side. Caldwell County gets in the backfield. Parham boxed in, and he's going to go down for a loss all the way back at the 31-yard line. Carnahan with a big game defensively 2 weeks ago against Murray, and he's in on the stop for the loss on Parham.
Brings up 2nd and 16 for Trigg County.
I did not see Parham listed with any pass attempts in the stats this week as we were preparing for the game. So Drew Caldwell on the sideline, you're just knowing that Parham's going to try to run the football, so you got your ears pinned back and you're going for number 22.
And now they have Scherer back in the quarterback position.
Trip set to the right, single receiver to the left is Vaughn. Vaughn, they throw it to him in double coverage. This one bobbled, knocked down, and incomplete. Caldwell County with good double coverage. You had Chambliss and you had Parker back there on Vaughn. And Bob, like you said, Vaughn, a tall kid, plays basketball. They basically threw up a jump ball situation on that one.
And if you saw a pass on 2nd down, you're going to see one on 3rd down.
So they'll bring it back to the 31-yard line.
If you've got that kid, though, how do you not throw some jump balls up?
Yeah, in double coverage, I think you've got to be careful because that's pretty tough. But if he gets one-on-one coverage, yeah, you've got to try to target him at least a little bit if you're Trigg County, you would think. 2 receivers out to the left for Shearer. 1 to the right. Shearer drops back, gets decent protection. Now it breaks down. Shearer grabbed, let go, and ball is going to be intercepted by Fox off the deflection. Big hit as he tried to go to number 11. Came through his hands, and Gus Fox was there for the deflection.
Landon Davis should get part of that one, guys, because he laid the hit that knocked that ball loose. And, man, what a pick right here in front of us.
And laid the hit is right, Todd, because he hit the kid from Trigg County right in the ribs as he was getting his hands on the football. It came loose, and Gus Fox was Johnny on the spot for Caldwell County. 2 turnovers for each team now with 5:10 left to play in the first half. Tigers get the ball back at their own 25-yard line. Fox in motion. Carnahan takes a handoff. Goes just off right tackle. Still on his feet. Spin move. Somehow got out of the pile, Bob, and was coming back towards this side of the field. He'll be brought down at the 32-yard line. Pickup of 7 on first down.
Points on this drive would be big, guys, because Caldwell County is going to get the football coming out of the second half, so a chance maybe to put some distance between the Tigers and the Wildcats if you can finish this drive off.
Parker gets the call from the sideline. He'll go out, put Carnahan directly behind him. Extra tight end in for Caldwell County. 1 receiver each way for the Tigers. Parker takes a snap. Hand off to Carnahan, lowers his head in the middle of the line across the 35. Close to the 36-yard line. Should be enough for a first down, though. We'll see where they'll spot the ball. And it is a Lake Barkley CrossFit first down as the old chain gang moves up the field, Bob. And some folks on that chain gang with a lot of experience over there used to be part of that as well.
In my time, Dennis, we usually had 1 or 2 measurements a game. These guys are not getting but 1 a year now.
Caldwell County comes to the line. 2-back backfield, flanking Parker, 1 on each side. 2 receiver set. Davis goes in motion to the right side. Hand off to Carnahan. Carnahan finds a good hole across the 40. Still going and hit, pushed back, but he's going to get forward progress out to the 45-yard line.
Pickup of 9 yards on that play.
Bob, you made the point earlier. This line for Caldwell County not only pushing Trigg County back off the ball on the initial contact, but they're opening up some pretty good holes for Carnahan.
And Jameis runs hard. You cannot. He's had a couple instances tonight where he spun and gotten free and almost really went the distance on one of those spin moves.
Carnahan, a quick decision maker with the football. He sees a little bit of opening. He's going to hit it. Fox trade sides, goes to the right side. Carnahan hit in the backfield, shakes it off, gets it across the 45, and picks up the Lake Barkley CrossFit first down out to the 47-yard line. I think they'll spot that one. We'll go under 3 minutes to play in the first half when this one is snapped. Clock stopped with 3:06 while they move the chains on the far side. But it is a Caldwell County first down. You may hear the familiar voice of public address announcer Frankie Brown in the background. Been doing that a lot of years. Bob, you and I are wrapping up our 8th regular season here tonight. 2 receivers set far side. Parker has some folks in the backfield as he has it, trying to get away, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage, it looks like, but Parker had a lot of company and fortunate to get back, maybe a loss of a half yard on the play. Second down, and let's call it 11 coming up for Caldwell County.
That play broke down early, Dennis. Luke had, obviously, I think, a passing effort, but Trigg County was in there early.
And it looks like a timeout on the sideline. 2:08 left on the first half clock, 6-0 Tigers. Back after this on WPKY.
Your Planters Bank Total Checking account is now overflowing with benefits from the new Planters Perks Checking. Get new benefits accessible instantly from the exclusive Planters Perks app. New ways to waive your monthly service charge. Valuable savings at area businesses. And you can keep your total current checking access and benefits. Just download the Planters Perks app to get started. Planters Perks. Reason number 53 that Planters is the bank where you can expect great things. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Tiger Stadium. That timeout that we just had, called by Caldwell County, sponsored by Travis Construction and Concrete. There are your construction and concrete needs, as well as driveways, porches, foundations, basement walls, decorative concrete, remodels, and more. Good luck, Tigers. Here's to building a successful year from Travis Construction and Concrete.
2:08 left in the first half. Caldwell County leads this one 6-0. An early score by the Tigers, missed the point after. But this one has been, like Gary said in the pregame, kind of played between the 20-yard lines. Caldwell County on offense right now. Bumpus to the near side, Chambliss to the far side. Parker set to take the snap. Whistle's going to blow this one dead.
Looks like Trigg County's lined up offsides. Yeah.
And that's what it's going to be, Bob. Good pick on that one, as that call is going to go against Trigg County. Lined up offsides. You said that a little bit earlier in the game. You thought you saw that in a similar spot on the field.
I don't think it was called before, but it was obviously called now.
So the ball in Trigg County territory at the 49-yard line. Caldwell County second down play coming up. They're going to put Chambliss in motion. Pitch to Chambliss. Chambliss gets way in the backfield. He's going to have to hustle to make something out of this one. Gets back near midfield and pushed out of bounds. Trigg County doing a good job staying at home on that one. And the pressure in the backfield made Chambliss take that one back all the way inside the 40-yard line before he came out and finally got the ball back out.
Picked up some 3 yards on the play.
It's a couple of plays tonight. Chambliss has ran maybe 15, 20 yards to pick up 3 or 4.
Guys, that time the official on this sideline shaking up a little bit, trying to get out of the way on that play. So I think he's going to try to shake it off and stay in.
I think that was a situation kind of like cleaning off home plate, Bob. You're giving the catcher time to recover from whatever happened.
Look, the Tigers facing a must third down here, 3rd and 2 for the Tigers to keep this drive alive.
2 minutes, 1 second left in the first half. Little Caesars halftime report with Todd and Gary coming your way in just a little bit. Gus Fox is going to join Chambliss on the right side. Maddox, Bumpus on the near side with Carnahan to the right shoulder of Parker. Parker looks to the sideline. And it's going to be another timeout on the field. We'll take a 30-second break and come back. Tigers lead this one 6-0.
You Ride in Princeton just might buy your vehicle. They are always looking for quality inventory. So if you would like to sell yours, talk to the nice folks at You Ride. Whether you're looking to buy or sell, You Ride is here. They are hometown proud and here to deliver the same great customer service they always have. Stop by or call for an appointment with one of their sales specialists. Call 270-365-3018. On the lot financing is available. You can even apply online at uridesales.com. U-Ride on the Marion Road in Princeton. Hometown proud.
Welcome back to Tiger Stadium. Caldwell County calling that timeout. Coach Barnes obviously realizing it's a real key down and wanted to be sure that he had the right play called and maybe given an opportunity to look out how Trigg County was going to defense the play. So chess match going on here at Tiger Stadium.
And Bob, I kind of think if they don't get it on this one, with this little bit of time remaining, this may be a 2-down opportunity for Caldwell County just to pick up the 2 yards.
I think so too, Dennis. I agree.
They bring Parker out with 2 receivers to his right, 1 to the left. Hand off to Carnahan. Carnahan makes it all moot as he gets across the 40, spins, and inside the 35 to the 34-yard line. Carnahan, as elusive tonight as we've seen all season long, picks up another Lake Barkley CrossFit first down. 1:55 on a stop clock while they move the chains.
And he was doing some quick cut on that particular run, Dennis.
There you go. Mix that in, and we'll have a candidate for that quick cut play of the game. Trip set to the near side. Inside receiver is Wofford. Quick hit out to Bumpus. Bumpus with some blockers across the 30 and pulled out of bounds just shy of the 25-yard line. Nice pass by Parker. Didn't waste any time. Bumpus ready to receive. And he had some good blocking in front of him. Able to pick up a gain down to the 26-yard line.
It just brings up 2nd and 2 for the Tigers.
And importantly, just as much probably, the clock stops as Bumpus went out of bounds with 1:33 left to play in the half. They're going to go with the same setup. Same trip set, same receiver. On the outside, it's Bumpus. Inside, this time, is going to be Chambliss. Snap back. Carnahan with the handoff. Hits the line. Takes a shot to the helmet. Stays on his feet inside the 15 and brought down at the 10-yard line. Maybe inside. Carnahan not stopping after that first hit. He took a smack to the helmet, Bob, initially about 2 yards into that run. And it's at the 10-yard line. 1st and goal for the Tigers from the 10.
16-yard run that time by Jameis.
Carnahan really taking a shot on that one and turning it into a good gain.
1st and goal.
Chambliss, Bumpus, and Maddox, the 3 receivers on the left side. Carnahan sees a hole, tries to go left side, tries to go off right tackle. And he's going to be hit after a pickup of about 2 on the play.
That hole closed quickly, Dennis.
Caldwell County is going to have to hustle because they used a couple of timeouts. They may be out of timeouts right now as the clock down to 45 seconds. Caldwell hustling back to the line of scrimmage. Carnahan sets up deep behind Parker. Caldwell County extra tight end in, only 1 receiver to the far side. Parker's going to keep it himself, tries to turn the corner, get to the outside. Inside the 5, lowers his head, and does he get in? Still haven't seen an indication. And it is touchdown Tigers. Neither one of them gave the signal, Bob. I think Frankie Brown may have called that one.
Well, I think the guy over there, he just had his hands up like this, Dennis.
Well, the one right at the play didn't seem enthused about the call either. Tigers with points late, 27 seconds left in the half, and they push it out 12-0. Caldwell County not going to chase points this early. They're going to go for the extra point attempt. Nichols comes in. Kick is up, plenty of distance, and it is good. We'll keep it right here, John, as Caldwell County goes up 13-0. Only 27 seconds left to play in the half. That extra point brought to you by Goodwin Insurance, your locally owned independent insurance agency capable of handling all of your insurance needs. So Todd down on the field, and Bob, a big score for Caldwell County. As Todd said earlier, you get points on this drive, you get the football to start the second half. A big score for Caldwell County on the run by Parker.
Yeah, guys, that's the whole point of always deferring, is you hope to play that game where you get the last possession of the first half and the first possession of the second half. And if you can hold for 27 seconds, the Tigers have worked it perfectly tonight.
So the Tigers will just need to defend for 27 seconds, and they're going to take a nice lead into the locker room. And a chance for the Tigers after the forfeit game by Christian County with the ineligible player, the first game of the season. Caldwell County about to, or on stride to make one of the best turnarounds in the course of a season that I can remember in a long time, and a chance to go 5-5 on the year.
I bet we see a bullet on this kickoff, Dennis.
Nichols gets under this one all the way back to the 5-yard line. That's Parham with the football, wants to get to the outside. Caldwell County has it stretched out. Parham taken out of bounds on the far side. Flag comes in late. I don't know if he got to the 20-yard line, but the flag came in from about the 30.
Looks like he got about maybe the 18.
I don't know the official, but he has a pretty good arm because that flag was in the air for a good while, Bob. 18 seconds left on the clock. That's how far away we are from the Little Caesars halftime report. Curious to see some of these area scores tonight. Union County and Mayfield both looking to complete undefeated regular seasons.
I'm not sure what we're doing here.
I don't think he has signaled the infraction as of yet. Let's send it down for a Go Green field report, see if Todd has any information from the sideline.
No, I'm not really sure, guys. Look like they've marked off 5 yards on us, so I'm not really sure what that call was, but down to 18 seconds now, so Triggs only going to have time for a couple of plays. Talking about the scoreboard coming up, guys, we're running so quick tonight that I think we're ahead of a lot of games at halftime, so we're probably going to have some first quarter scores on the scoreboard at halftime.
It is a very fast game tonight. Thank you down there, Todd, for that one. Parham with the handoff, finds a hole up the middle. He's across the 30, hit and brought down near the 34-yard line. Try to get the Tiger on that one. That's number 73 for Caldwell County is Cole Sherrill, who is having a great game tonight.
They've got it marked on
right on the 35-yard line. 11 seconds left.
Another 1st and 10.
And I think Trigg County may have taken a timeout. The Wildcats going to the sideline.
Clock is still running.
Yeah, I think they're just going to halftime, guys.
Yeah.
And they are. Clock started back up. The official wound the clock. Trigg County's coach was talking to Parham a little bit going off the field. Let's go down for a Go Green field report with Todd and Coach Barnes.
All right, thanks. Coach Barnes is with me. And Coach, good first half there, and you guys set up in the second half getting the opening kickoff.
Yeah, did some good things. Really good first offensive possession, but then you get 2 fumbles there. That's something we really hadn't done all year long, and we can't do that against good teams like them. And they've done a good job. They're obviously playing without their quarterback, presenting some things that we hadn't seen on film, and our guys have done a good job of adjusting on the fly and playing hard. It's going to be a 4-quarter game, so we have got to come out here in this first drive of the 3rd quarter and put a good drive together, put the ball in the end zone because I know they're without their quarterback, but they're still explosive offensively.
Defensively, your guys were able to make some stands there after you had the turnovers and keep them off the scoreboard, which is a pretty big deal here at halftime.
Yeah, because we had a fumble that gave them really bad field position, or it gave them really good field position, and then we had a punt that gave them good field position. So our defense really played well and have tackled well. That's really important against those skill guys. So we've got to continue to do that, continue to play hard, and we've got to clean up the turnovers and do a little bit better in special teams. But I like our effort, and we've got to keep that going.
All right, good luck in the second half.
Thanks, Todd.
That's Tiger head coach Will Barnes. Guys, Tigers looking good here at halftime, 13-0. Just got to start taking care of that ball a little better, and Triggs really going after it on defense and, come out execute in the second half, and you finish the regular season 5-5.
And that was probably something we would have had to take a breathalyzer if we had said maybe the 2nd, 3rd week of the season, Bob. But Caldwell County has really responded this year. The kids have stuck with it and fought hard all season long, and they've got a chance for a pretty nice reward after this one if they can hold this lead. At the half, it's Caldwell County 13, Trigg County nothing. Back after this with the Little Caesars halftime report next.
This is Casey McCoy, and I'm a mortgage loan processor at Farmers Bank. One of my favorite things about our home loan process is that you can apply online whenever it's convenient for you. By applying online, your information is sent directly to our lenders. It's quick and easy and a good way to jumpstart your loan. Apply today at yournxtbank.com. Farmers Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Your local McDonald's wants you to know that they are ready to serve you for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Dine-in or the drive-thru is always open, and they offer curbside pickup service. To avoid the wait in the drive-thru, you can download the McDonald's app and try curbside pickup. Stop in soon and enjoy breakfast, lunch, or dinner at your local McDonald's. Proud to be a part of this community. McDonald's of Princeton, proud supporters of the Caldwell County Tigers.
You'll find over 30 years experience to work for you at U-Ride in Princeton. They are hometown proud and ready to serve your vehicle needs from start to finish, and they do it all safely. You'll find variety and quality vehicles along with on-the-lot financing. And of course, you can always apply online at uridesales.com. Stop by or call for an appointment today with one of their friendly sales staff at U-Ride on the Marion Road in Princeton, 270-365-3018. Hometown proud. Go Tigers!
Pennyroyal Hospice Executive Director Kelly Martin.
Living to the fullest with Pennyroyal Hospice means relief. R is for when that time comes that you face a restriction in the health of your life. E is for the ease of access to get that help that you so desperately need. L is for the life boost that hospice provides both for the patient and for the family. I stands for the individualized plan of care for your loved one. E is for the emergency plan that is developed specifically for you as a hospice patient. The letter F, we fill in the gaps after someone passes with an amazing and extended bereavement program.
Living to the fullest means relief with Pennyroyal Hospice, celebrating 40 years of care for our loved ones.
Life is filled with moments we share with those we love, worry about, and strive to protect the most. At Woodman Life, we provide life insurance and retirement products to help protect you and your family so that you can enjoy all the moments to come.
This is Josh Ray, your local Woodman Life agent. Come see us at 1009 West Main Street or give us a call at 365-6111.
Certain eligibility and age restrictions apply. Woodman of the World Life Insurance Society, Omaha, Nebraska.
This is Alan Watts with Your Ag Edge, inviting you to join me Monday through Friday at 5:30 a.m. for the WPKY Morning Ag Report. We check in daily with Caldwell County Agriculture Extension Agent Shane Bogle. Get the latest from fellow farm broadcaster Max Armstrong. Take a look at the latest livestock market reports. Hear the latest edition of Traveling to Bluegrass and check the opening grain market with Hopkins Elevator's Ben Westerfield. That's the Morning Ag Report from Your Ag Edge Network on 103.3 FM and 1580 AM WPKY.
The teams are in the locker room, and it's time for the Tiger Halftime Report on WPKY.
It is halftime at Tiger Stadium. Caldwell County Tigers up on Trigg County 13-0 in the 139 Bowl. Tigers looking to win this thing for the 10th straight year. Caldwell County has owned the 139 Bowl Traveling Trophy ever since that was put into service. Trigg's last win in this series was in 2012 here at Tiger Stadium, 38-37 in a game that was stopped with 5:42 to play because of bad weather that night. Here at halftime again, 13-0, Tigers over the Wildcats. Welcome into the Little Caesars Halftime Report here at WPKY. Little Caesars, home of the $5.99 hot and ready pizza. Get game day ready this season with the $10 Fanceroni Pepperoni Old World Style Pizza. Little Caesars in Princeton wishes best of luck this year, Tigers. Go get them from Little Caesars. And as we start the halftime report from Little Caesars, we have the Madisonville Community College scoreboard, and we'll start things off at Crittenden County. Crittenden County hosting Louisville DeSales tonight. And, of course, if you're a Tiger fan, you remember a trip to Louisville DeSales in the state semifinals a few years back, and a big win up there for Caldwell County. Tonight down in Marion, Crittenden County leads DeSales 21-0. That game's in the second quarter. Next week's playoff opponent, McLean County, is at home tonight against Hopkins County Central. There was no score in the first quarter in that one in the last update we saw. Mayfield with a big lead over Madisonville North Hopkins tonight, 43-0 at halftime at War Memorial Stadium in that one. Christian County up on McCracken County early, 7-6. That game has moved to the second quarter. Webster County has jumped out on Fort Campbell early over in Dixon, 29-8 in the first quarter there. Union County with a couple of early scores, 13-0 at Callaway County. The Braves lead in the first quarter there. Union County looking to finish off a 10-0 regular season. Ballard Memorial leads Muhlenberg County tonight down in the center, 16-13. That game is in the second quarter. Graves County on top of Marshall County, 20-7 in the second quarter. And at halftime, Henderson County leads Owensboro 8-7 up in Henderson tonight. Well, the big college game for the Commonwealth and the Volunteer State is tomorrow night. Kentucky at Tennessee down in Knoxville. That game kicks off at 6 o'clock. And, of course, you can listen to the game on 106.5 FM WKDZ tomorrow night. Cats with a big one. Volunteers ranked number 3 in the nation. We'll see if the Cats can go down there and pull off the upset and really set themselves up for a big season. Also, don't forget, tomorrow morning, we'll be broadcasting live from the Biscuit Barn and Ice Cream Eatery at 9 a.m. on Saturday Morning Quarterback as we talk to Tiger head coach Will Barnes and members of the Tiger coaching staff about tonight's game here at Tiger Stadium. And right now, Caldwell County looking good in the 139 Bowl against Trigg County. Tigers up here at halftime, 13-0. That's your Madisonville Community College scoreboard. Madisonville Community College is much more than buildings and programs. It's a community where students find confidence, collaborations, compassion, and success. Let them help you build a better life. Madisonville Community College bringing you the halftime scoreboard. Moving now to our halftime moment in history, brought to you by West Kentucky Memorials, with locations in Princeton, Cadiz, and Hopkinsville. Proud supporter of Caldwell County football. Their son is a Caldwell County Tiger, senior Jameis Carnahan. West Kentucky Memorials offers quality handcrafted granite memorials. The halftime moment in history by West Kentucky Memorials. Tonight, we're going to take you back to September 17th, 1993 here at Tiger Stadium. Caldwell County trailed 6-0 at halftime, but got 2 short touchdown runs from quarterback John H. Stevens in the second half to pull out a 12-6 victory that night over the Trigg County Wildcats. Stevens scored on a 2-yard run in the third quarter, then had a 3-yard touchdown carry early in the fourth quarter to lead the Tigers from behind to win that one. The Tigers went on to finish the regular season with a 6-4 record, but then fell in the first round of the Class 2A playoffs that season at McLean County. Again, the halftime moment in history from 1993, a 12-6 Caldwell County victory over Trigg County here at Tiger Stadium. And again, the halftime moment in history tonight, as all season long, brought to you by West Kentucky Memorials. Caldwell County Band of Pride on the field tonight and honoring veterans before their performance here tonight as well. We've got halftime stats coming up when we come back. Stay with us. This halftime report on Little Caesars, brought to you by Little Caesars, continues after this here on 1580 103.3 WPKY.
The legacy continues. Caldwell County Tiger football and 1580 103.3 WPKY Princeton.
As a community-owned enterprise, the Princeton Electric Plant Board provides services to the people in the Princeton area. One of the services they provide is to make sure the lights are on over our fields and courts for our Caldwell County Tigers. From everyone at the Princeton Electric Plant Board, good luck to all the Caldwell County Tigers and hopes for a safe season. And a big electric roar to their Tigers, Preston Burrell and Lily Hoare.
Hey, sports fans, you wouldn't want your favorite sports team to play only offense or defense. When it comes to insurance, why settle for someone that can handle only your auto policy? At Goodwin Insurance, they take care of all your insurance needs. You deserve someone that provides comprehensive coverage and is working alongside you in your community. Contact them today for a quote.
Goodwin Insurance of Princeton, Cadiz, or Marion, or online at insurewithgoodwin.com.
KFC Princeton, offering their amazing fried chicken and all the fix-its. You can dine in or call your order for pickup inside or use their convenient drive-thru. Your local KFC is located on the Marion Road in Princeton. Whether you enjoy a quick lunch or take dinner home or maybe take something to a friend in need, they're always ready to help. They're also looking for team members at KFC. Ask about becoming a member of their team. KFC on the Marion Road, where they appreciate your support and they are Princeton strong.
Hey, it's Tess. Join me weekday mornings from 6 to 9. We like playing games, but we love making winners. Look at you go, girl!
You did great, girl. You did wonderful.
You got it! That's exciting. Everything you need to know and a whole lot of fun. Start your day with us. Weekday mornings, 6 to 9. What station made you winner this morning?
WPKY.
WPKY. WPKY in Princeton.
WPKY.
Go with the good old America, WPKY.
This is Caldwell County Tiger football on 1580, 103.3 WPKY, Princeton, Kentucky. We continue on the halftime report presented by Little Caesars Pizza. Tigers up on the Trigg County Wildcats 13-0 at halftime in the annual 139 Bowl. Caldwell County Band of Pride giving an outstanding performance here at halftime. Gary, great to see the veterans honored here at halftime, and Band of Pride still performing here at the break.
Yes, this is an excellent presentation, timely, of course, and hopefully we never forget what sacrifices these veterans have made. As for the statistics for the Caldwell County Tigers, 20 rushing attempts, 16 of them were by Jameis Carnahan, an even 100 yards on the ground for him. 3 carries for Luke Parker for 9 yards, including the 8-yard touchdown. 1 carry for Landon Davis for 2 yards, 111 yards rushing for Caldwell. As for the passing attack, 100% completion for Luke Parker, 6 attempts, 6 completions, 70 yards. 2 completions were to senior Logan Chambliss for 46 yards, and 2 were to sophomore Gus Fox for 13. A completion to Luke Maddox for 3, and Xavier Bumpus for 8. Total 70 yards and 181 total yards of offense for the Tigers, also accumulating 9 first downs in a very ball control type offense, keeping the ball away from the Trigg County offense. Trigg's offense was led by Kelsey Parham, their star running back. We're holding him under his pace of 140 a game. He's at 53 rushing yards at half on 14 carries. The other 2 were by the quarterback Jeremiah Scherer, who had 9 yards. So 62 rushing yards on 16 attempts for the Wildcats. In the air, 3 of 8 with 2 interceptions, and that accounted for 13 yards of passing, all by Scherer. Not all by Scherer, 10 by Scherer, 3 by Parham, and those receptions were 3, 9, and 1 yards. So 13 yards of passing, 62 of rushing, so 75 total yards of offense for the Trigg County Wildcats, accumulating 4 first downs, and of course no points. So Caldwell leads 13-0 at the half. Defensively for the Tigers, Jameis Carnahan leads in tackles with 8, and also with 4 tackles is Cole Sherrill. 3 for Connor King, 3 for Eli Stevens. There were 2 interceptions, as I alluded to. They were both by Gus Fox. Both of them were near the line, where he basically, on one of them, was able to jump her out. The other he got off of a ricochet, and both of them helped the Tigers stymie drives for the Wildcats. There were 2 pass breakups. One of them led to the interception. That was Landon Davis. The other by Luke Parker. So overall, really solid effort by the Tigers, and if they do things the way that I'm sure they planned, they can get a twofer by scoring within the last minute of the first half and hopefully on their first drive of the second, as the Tigers will receive.
Halftime stats brought to you by West Kentucky Memorials, with locations in Princeton, Cadiz, and Hopkinsville. Proud supporter of Caldwell County football. Their son is a Caldwell County Tiger, and you heard his name, senior Jameis Carnahan. West Kentucky Memorials offers quality handcrafted granite memorials. Halftime stats brought to you by West Kentucky Memorials, and we appreciate West Kentucky Memorials all season long, bringing you our halftime moment in history and our stats at halftime and at the end of the game. Caldwell County with a 13-0 lead over the Trigg County Wildcats. As Gary said, the Tigers will get the ball to start the second half. That's going to wrap up halftime report brought to you by Little Caesars Pizza. We'll send it to the guys back up top after this timeout here on 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
Hi, this is Daniel Ingram with H&R AgriPower. Take care of your property with equipment you can count on, like the Kubota BX and L Series compact tractors. Part of our under 100 horsepower tractor lineup, rated #1 for reliability. And Z Series mowers and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Visit H&R AgriPower, your local Kubota dealer, for a demo today.
Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer. Take a test drive at your Kubota dealer. H&R AgriPower, Eagle Way, Hopkinsville.
Tomorrow night. Touchdown! Kentucky! Coach Stoops and the Cats are in Knoxville for a big SEC battle under the lights. Let's go! Tennessee Volunteers and your Kentucky Wildcats.
Our UK Wildcats take on the Tennessee Vols. Coverage begins tomorrow at 4 on WKDCRadio.com and on 106.5 WKDZ.
And we're back here at Tiger Stadium, kind of pointing out at halftime the band put on a really elaborate performance going with the theme of World War II, and there were 3 people honored tonight by their presence in the Second World War and were introduced to the crowd. One was Dale Fawn, longtime teacher here in the Caldwell County system. The second gentleman was James Earl Jim Martin, and H.C. Beck was the third one. Clinton Perry was also in that group but was unable to be here at the game to be recognized. So congratulations to those gentlemen and for their service during the Second World War many, many years ago.
And, Bob, a great performance again by the Caldwell County Band of Pride. Those kids, week in and week out, they just get better and better, and our hats are off to those guys. Check them out on the YouTube broadcast later on tonight after the game.
A really nice performance by our band. I can't say enough for them. And we're getting ready here for the second half kickoff, and for the call here in the third quarter, my friend Dennis Stevens.
Thank you, Bob. It's going to be Trigg County kicking it away, where Caldwell County deferred to the second half, so we'll see if Caldwell County can complete the plan, scoring late in the first half, and it's going to be an onside kick attempt, but a flag on the play. I think Trigg County got across the line a little bit too fast on that onside attempt. Trying to catch Caldwell County off guard. It is against Trigg County. So they will back up 5 yards. They'll see if they still keep that in play or if they go ahead and kick this one away deep. You don't look for them to retry that one with Caldwell County aware of the plans at this point.
I believe I would move our last 4 players up about 5 yards or so that there's a big hole right in the middle of our line.
And this time it's going to be kicked off from the 35-yard line of Trigg County. And they do keep it low again to Davis at the up-back spot at the 34-yard line. He's going to take a knee at the 36-yard line. So Caldwell County will come out 1st and 10, getting underway here in the second half. Ahead in this one 13-0 over Trigg County. Getting set for a home playoff date with McLean County next week here at Tiger Stadium. Looking forward to that one. McLean, from what we do know about them, similar to the offense of Trigg County at this point, with Trigg missing that starting quarterback.
Very, very similar to Murray. You're right, Dennis.
It's going to be Parker with Carnahan.
Like
already
Trigg's
100 yards on the night
offside.
before Carnahan. Carnahan takes the handoff, weaves his way across the 40 to the 41-yard line. Good first half for Jameis Carnahan, 20 carries, 100 yards, and as bad as I am with math, Bob, I know that's 5 yards a carry for Jameis Carnahan in that first half.
2nd and 5 coming up for the Tigers. Look at this right side defensive end, Dennis. He always looks like his helmet is over the line of scrimmage. Not on that one, but
it is. If he's not, he's right on a razor's edge at it. Handoff to Carnahan, shakes the tackle in the backfield, hits, bounces around, and stays on his feet. Forward progress will be near the 44-yard line.
That's getting something out of nothing.
I think part of what Trigg does, they showed in the first half, they're trying to rip that football away. They're trying to tackle that football. Carnahan has it wrapped up, and he's being able to shake some of these tackles because they're going for football more than they are tackle at times. And he's picking up pretty good yardage, obviously, by the 100 yards in the first half.
Key down coming up here, third and a long 2, short 3.
It's going to be 2 receivers to the near side for Caldwell County. Bumpus along the sideline. Fox in motion, joins the 3. Flare out to Bumpus. Bumpus with the catch. He's across the 50. Hit and knocked down at the 45-yard line, but a good, tough run after the catch for Xavier Bumpus. Bumpus met helmet to helmet at the 44, and I think Bumpus won that battle, even though he's shaking up just a little bit. He laid a smack on the defensive back for Trigg County. Lake Barkley CrossFit, first down for Caldwell County. Just underway here in the second half. Caldwell leads this one 13-0. Single receiver on each side. Parker with Carnahan behind him. Hand off to Carnahan, hits the line, stopped, and a pickup of about 3 yards on first down, maybe just 2, depend largely on the spot. And it is going to be at the 42-yard line. 2nd and 8 coming up for the Tigers. Maddox checks in. Fox is going to come out for the Tigers. Also into the game, number 12, Eli Stevens. He's going to be the near side receiver. Trip set to the far side. Quick hit to the far side is Maddox. It's complete. Maddox turns, looks up the field, has good blocking, and he's going to be close to another Tiger first down. Flag comes in after the play from the far sideline. Bob, that was a good run by Maddox after the catch. He found his blockers, got behind them, and rode them all the way near a first down.
And he probably had about 6 arms wrapped around that football, too.
It's going to be, we'll see what the call is. It looks like a first down from our vantage point, but hard to tell. Let's take it down for a Go Green Field report on the spot and the call with Todd Griffin.
Hey, guys, this one's going to be really close. Another measurement time maybe here. Got a flag 2 on the play, so do want to remind everybody that we'll be live from the Biscuit Barn and Ice Cream Eatery tomorrow. That's our home for Saturday morning quarterback all season long. And this penalty is going to go against both sides, so it looks like they're going to offset. But, guys, we've had a lot of fun at the Biscuit Barn this season talking football, and even more fun the last 3 or 4 weeks because we've had some great wins to talk about.
And great food, too. You got to throw that in because that is a good place to eat.
That's been a busy place the last few Saturdays, so it's always good to get over there and get the coaches in there and get to talk about some football.
And I'm sure the atmosphere, like you said, has been a lot better here recently. Caldwell with some impressive wins lately. 3 district wins plus picking up the forfeit win against Christian County.
And Caldwell just picked up the first down.
And it is a Lake Barkley CrossFit first down after the measurement for Caldwell County.
Ball spotted at the Trigg 34-yard line.
Again, I don't know if this is something new because we've seen measurements both ways this year, but this crew takes the football to the sideline for the measurement and then brings it back out into the field to play. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right for Caldwell County. Parker, hand off to Carnahan. Carnahan hits it off right tackle. Good run on first down. Jameis Carnahan.
Inside the 25, it looks like, Dennis.
Just plowing his way tonight.
And, all these runs have a cumulative effect on the defense. It seems like the more you hammer it up in there, the less the defense really wants to stick their nose in there and try to make that tackle. So, good job. Jameis just keeps on chugging away and picking up yardage.
And they're going a lot off of that right side over beside Cole Sherrill and looks like, is it number 66, Connor King. Line really doing a great job tonight by Caldwell County. Parker keeps it. I'm not sure if that's a busted play, but Parker on the keeper gets it down to the 23-yard line. It looked like he turned the hand off to one side and the back went to the other. So a little confusion on the play.
Should be enough
but
for
it is a first down.
Yeah.
If it was a mix-up, it's a productive one as we go down under 8 minutes to play in the third quarter. Caldwell County 13-0 over Trigg right now and threatening as they have the ball 1st and 10 at the Trigg 23-yard line. Luke Parker at quarterback for Caldwell County hands it off to Carnahan. Carnahan up the middle, big gain, and he's going to be pretty close to another first down.
Marking him at the 12-yard line.
12-yard line.
A gain of 11 yards.
And that'll move the chains again, and he can still get another first down. That's the good thing about this one.
And the clock continues to run, and we've just about run 5 minutes off the clock here in the third quarter.
7:40 left to play in the third. 13-0 Tigers as Parker gets the play in from the sideline. He'll bring the Tigers to the line of scrimmage with Chambliss on the far side. Bumpus to the near side. Extra tight end in with Carnahan to the left side of Parker. Carnahan takes it. He gets tackled in the backfield. Trigg County jumped that one, and it was number 75, Bob.
Tayshawn Linton.
And Linton, the kid we talked about in the pregame, has 10 sacks on the season.
Where they mark that, Dennis? At the
it's back to the 15-yard line, it looks like, Bob.
And a little extracurriculars after that play, guys. I'm not really sure which way this one's going to go, but I did see a flag come out.
I think a little maybe celebrating by Linton, maybe?
Well, I couldn't tell. It looked like a couple of players were tied up on the far sideline in front of the chains, and that's when I saw the flag, but I'm not sure which side had the other side in an illegal position.
And it looks like they're going to walk this one off against the Tigers.
I think we lose it.
Personal foul against Caldwell County. Backs it up to the 30-yard line. We've got to get down inside the 5 for a first down. And if this game stays this close, it's going to get a little chippy, you think, in the fourth quarter. Thought maybe a little bit early now, but still only a 2-possession ball game at this point.
1st and 28 for the Tigers.
Caldwell County's going to compact the set this time. Still have Bumpus on the outside on the near side. Parker is going to roll towards Bumpus. A quick dump out to Carnahan. Carnahan across the 30, still on his feet, and he's going to go down at the 27-yard line. Trigg County got around his ankles and would not let go. Carnahan, kind of a setting duck at that point, went down. Third down and long coming up for the Tigers. But clock still running. That's what you wanted out of this drive. One of the things, points would be great, but you want that clock to keep running the entire time.
And we're not too far from being in field goal position,
especially with the wind at our back. Parker looks to the sideline. He's going to bring Bumpus out closer to the Caldwell County bench. Chambliss, the far side receiver. Hand off to Carnahan, right up the middle. And he's going to be stuffed at the 25-yard line. But he's got that ball wrapped up like a Christmas present right now.
Caldwell has eaten up over 6 minutes of this quarter, guys, and I know some old football coaches, some of them looking down tonight, that are really enjoying this one.
Ball at the 25-yard line. You're absolutely right there, Todd, and you can pick out the names and know who those guys are. Caldwell County's going to bring Nichols out to try the field goal attempt. They're going to spot this one at the 32. It will be a 42-yard attempt with the wind at Nichols' back. Snap is down. Kick is up and just short. 42-yard attempt goes about 41, and Trigg County will take over. But Caldwell County did eat up almost 7 minutes of the clock. 5:08 left to go in the third quarter.
That ball must have just drifted to the right a little bit, guys, because it looked like from down here it actually had the distance. So
it looked online from up here, so I don't know if it was short or maybe just a little bit wide to the right. Either way, it is a miss, and Caldwell County will bring the defense back out. Shearer, first time he's been on the field in a while, takes the handoff, gives it to Parham. Parham finds a big hole, wants to get to the far side. He's brought down. Wofford in on the tackle just shy of the 30. But Parham found a big hole and picked up good yardage on first down.
Well, that missed field goal in high school is not as big a deal, guys, because once the ball crosses the goal line, it becomes a touchback if it's not a made field goal. So, you end up turning it over at the 20. So, that's a pretty good play to attempt that field goal there.
Yeah, you still have putting Trigg County in not very good field position. So Caldwell County will hit hard as Parham goes down along with one of his linemen, took a shot and got wobbly as well.
They're moving that to the 30-yard line, which will be close to first down, but it didn't look like he got that far, Dennis.
Bob, I don't think he got anywhere near that far.
Yeah, there they go.
And it is going to be a first down for Trigg County. But that line for Caldwell County is having what I think, Bob, aside from maybe the Murray game, probably their best game of the year. And it may top the Murray game at this point as they are throwing the shutout to this point as we go under 4 minutes to play in the third quarter. Two receivers each side. Shearer hits the short pass to the far side. It's Vaughn. Vaughn, speedy, gets up to midfield and brought down in Tiger territory at the 45-yard line. Jaden Vaughn with a quick hit to the far side of the field and a nice run after the catch by Vaughn will give Trigg County a first down in Tiger territory at the 45-yard line. 13-0 Tigers. Clock running as the sticks are set. 3:40 left to play in the third quarter. Vaughn's going to split out. He'll be against Richardson one-on-one on the near side. They're going to bring Parker over a little bit just to guard against that. Shearer wanted to pass, going to keep it, running with the ball, held out in front, but able to hold on and picks up a first down on the keeper. Gets inside the 35 to the 33-yard line. Bob he really carried that ball loosely out in front of him with one hand. Coaches on the far sideline were cringing at that, the way he was holding that football. Actual spot is at the 34-yard line, 1st and 10, Trigg County. Parham to the left shoulder of Shearer. Two receivers to the far side, one near side. Shearer again on the keeper. Picks his way across the 30 and down to the 29-yard line. They've really gone away from Parham, who was just a workhorse in the first half, but not a lot of carries so far on this first drive of the second half for Trigg County. Player on the field is Cole Sherrill, still down. See if he can get back up, and does. Nobody has to come out for him. Or did they call a timeout? Maybe it's just an injury timeout as Sherrill will trot off the field with just a little bit of a limp. Looks like he'll be fine. He's played a whale of a game tonight, Bob. He's in the running for that Lineman of the Game award, brought to you by C3 Electric. That's the power line play of the game, and Sherrill has really put his name in the hat for that one tonight. 2nd down and 5 coming up for Trigg County as we start the clock back up with 2.5 to play in the third quarter. Trigg trails this one 13-0. Parham takes the handoff, gets met in the backfield by Carnahan. No gain. Carnahan with the stuff on Parham. That one read perfectly from the linebacker spot by Jameis Carnahan.
Back to the 31, a loss.
Yeah, loss of one on the play. Great read by Jameis Carnahan to get in on that one.
Be about a 3rd and 7 coming up here for Trigg County.
Shearer with Parham to his left shoulder. He's going to send a 2-set out each side. Complete over the middle. Ball comes loose, and they're going to say he did not catch it and make a stride. Parker's holding it up like it should have been a fumble, but the official comes in from the side and says incomplete. That one a little bit iffy, Bob, because it looked like he had possession and pulled it down, but a good hit by Caldwell County. I'm not sure if that was Davis. Knocked the ball loose. It came right up into the hands of Luke Parker, but they're going to say incomplete and bring the ball back to the 31. Todd, your thoughts on that one?
I was just going to say that would make an interesting replay right there. You know, I think that's very close. I don't disagree with the call, but I think an instant replay would be awfully, awfully close on that play.
Trigg County's going to go for it on 4th and 7. Shearer keeps it himself, gets across. He's going to pick up the first, lowers his head. Inside the 20 he goes, and down to the 18-yard line. Gutsy play by Trigg County. But I guess at this point they're figuring they better take their chances because Caldwell County held the ball to start this half almost 7 minutes.
Yeah, I think you're to the point now where if you're Trigg County, you almost don't even think about a field goal because, like I said, Caldwell ate 6.5 minutes up the last time the Tigers had the football. So I think if you're Trigg County, you know, it's all in right here. You got to get that touchdown.
Tripp said on the right side, big tight end in that mix. They'll hand it off to Parham. Parham's going to get corralled up in the backfield, and he'll be tackled back at the 20. Landon Davis in on the tackle for Caldwell County. Comes up a little gimpy after that play, but he'll walk that off.
I think we had a hole down the field on Trigg County, so the Tigers might be pushing the Wildcats back here a little bit. Flag came out, and a couple of players were tied up, and kind of looked like it might have been holding on the offense.
We'll get the call from the White Hat, and it is going to be a hold signal, and it is against Trigg County. So Caldwell County will send the Wildcats in the opposite direction. Clock stops with 1:06 to play in the third quarter. 13-0 Tigers.
At the 30-yard
line.
I'd watch out for number 4 right here. That's
Jaden
where I would go.
Baldwin one-on-one coverage with Kenyon Richardson. Richardson drops back into coverage. Shearer looks to the far side. This one's going to be incomplete. Little jump pass again, but well over the head of his intended receiver. And it will bring up second down.
And 22.
Is there another flag? There is a flag in the area where it would be holding against Trigg County, you would assume, but we'll see what the call is.
Okay, this one I'm not sure, guys. That one kind of came out late.
Maybe something about the pass. Little discussion on the far sideline now.
Did anybody hit the quarterback after the pass? I'm not sure.
I'm not sure if he gave the intentional grounding call on that one, but there was a receiver right there that he was going to, so that could not be it.
I think they're going to wave this off.
And they are waving the flag off on that one.
The third or second?
Third on the field, yeah. They've got second on the scoreboard.
They had the penalty.
So Trigg County, it is second on the scoreboard, but they do have third on the sticks. Shearer drops back, gets some pressure and wants to go somewhere with it. Shakes away, still running backwards back at the 40, looks down the field, throws into a crowd and complete inside the 10-yard line down to the 7. That's number 86. Ivy Red with his first catch of the night. Big target, number 86. But, Bob, it's hard to imagine that play going that long without a hold somewhere on there.
Or a lineman down the field.
Trigg County comes away in good shape after the play.
He kept that play alive for a long time, though, guys.
You got to watch for the jump ball here as Vaughn has quite a size advantage on Chambliss in coverage on that far side.
It's going to be 3rd and 1. Or is it first and goal?
I think it's first and goal. First and goal for Trigg County. Parham is in the backfield to the right side of Shearer. They have Vaughn way across the field, about as far as he can get. The whistle blows this one dead. And it is a illegal procedure against Trigg County. I think that was number 11 taking off a little bit early, Bob.
Dylan
Skinner trying to get down the field on that one. It'll back them up 5 yards to the 12-yard line. 19 seconds left in the third quarter. Trigg looking to get on the board. Caldwell County with a 13-0 lead. Trip set to the near sideline. It's going to be Parham to the left side of Shearer. Shearer drops back, has some room, looks up the field, dodges, and gets back down close to the original line of scrimmage at the 7-yard line.
Shearer, the ball carrier, takes it to near the 7-yard line.
And the whistle blows to signal the end of the third quarter. They'll go down to the other end of the field, and when we come back, it's going to be Trigg County knocking on the door at the end of 3. Caldwell 13, Trigg nothing. Back after this.
The Planters Bank season of giving is underway. You can drop off requested donations at any Planters branch. 12 organizations have requested specific items. The best part? Planters Bank will match the dollar value of every single item donated. Visit Planters Bank's Facebook page or website for more details. You can help local and area charities by making a donation at any branch through Planters Bank's Season of Giving.
And we're back here at Tiger Stadium, fourth quarter upcoming. It'll be brought to us by Cozy Living. Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique, located next to the bowling alley in Princeton. Stop in and see Pam, see all the beautiful furniture, bedding, accessories, and gifts that she has. Also, Hab is your local U-Haul dealer, so stop in and see him if you're needing rental trucks. They're located next to the bowling alley, as I mentioned, and Cozy Living, everything a home should be. As we head into the fourth quarter, Trigg County will have it second and goal from the 7-yard line.
One of our regular listeners, Ricky Gray, checking in tonight, Bob, via the text messages. 12 more minutes if Caldwell County can hold on to this one and somehow pull a 500 season out of what was a tough start for the Tigers. Trip set to the left. Shearer with the option over to Parham. Parham's going to get wrapped up by Davis. I'm not sure he got back to the line of scrimmage.
I think look at
Davis with a good tackle. And it's going to be third down now and goal for Trigg County.
Where'd they mark it at the?
That's a pretty incredible spot right there,
Yeah.
guys. I don't think he ever got anywhere near the 10-yard line, and they've got it marked at the 9.
So third and goal from the 9-yard line for Trigg County. As we are underway in the fourth quarter of the 139 Bowl, a trophy Trigg County has never won since they put it in place. Shearer with decent protection. Now he's going to bring it down, throw into the end zone, and it's going to be incomplete. Good coverage by Caldwell County. And I think that, I'm not sure, but it looked like maybe Richardson on coverage.
Key play here.
Fourth down, and I'm
obviously
sure
they're
Trigg
just
County's going to go for it at this point because
disdaining the field goal.
Was that one possession for both teams in the third
Yes.
quarter, Bob? That's what I thought. Caldwell held it for almost 7, and Trigg ran all the way through the end of the quarter and into the fourth here. Shearer takes a snap, drops back, gets some pressure, is going to lob it into the end zone. Well overthrown, and Caldwell County's defense holds. Turnover on downs. We'll give it to the Tigers. Bob, a tough situation for Trigg County to bring in a kid that hasn't played quarterback in only his second game after the injury to the starter, and you're in a passing situation. But I am still surprised they didn't go to Parham more on that drive in that position on the field.
And I am too, Dennis. Straight up the middle, or even run the quarterback up the middle.
Guys, you almost have to feel for Trigg County a little bit because they had things going. They were rolling. This is not the offense they were playing the first 6 games of the season. You know, when your all-time leading passer goes out, that really forces you to have to change a whole lot. And, you know, one guy doesn't make a football team, but one guy can make a big difference with a football team.
Oh, absolutely. But after the success that Trigg County showed with Parham early in the game, I'm really kind of surprised when you get down inside the 10-yard line that you're not using that kid more. But fortunately for Caldwell County, we're glad that they didn't, and they tried to get Shearer to throw the ball because Caldwell County now takes over first and 10 from their own 8-yard line.
Yeah, I thought we would see Parham run the ball about 35 times tonight, guys.
And Todd, nobody felt sorry for us when we lost Cooper Mobley and D-Man Thompson for the season, so it all works out.
No, when there's a rivalry, you don't get a lot of pity out on the field.
I'm certainly not going to cry. You almost had me crying there for a second.
Timeout on the field brought to you by Travis Construction and Concrete for all of your construction and concrete needs, as well as driveways, porches, foundations, basement walls, decorative concrete, remodels, and much more. Here's to building a successful year from Travis Construction and Concrete.
You know, it's easier to feel for the other team when you're up 13 to nothing and have the ball in the fourth quarter, too.
Yeah, those words come out easier in that situation. We don't need to fumble down here, that's for sure. We need to wrap it up.
Parker will take the snap just outside his goal line, hands it off to Carnahan. Carnahan gets it up to the 10-yard line. Caldwell County not really worried about scoring right here as much as they are getting first downs and keeping that clock running. Probably going to keep the ball on the ground as much as possible, but you don't want to take any big chances, like you said, Bob, with the ball spotted at your own 10-yard line for a 2nd and 8 coming up.
You almost might want to see us run a little bit wide right over here. We got a lot of room.
Caldwell County is going to bring in Davis and Carnahan in the backfield. They'll flank Parker, one receiver each way. 9 seconds on the play clock. Davis goes in motion. Hand off to Carnahan. Carnahan's going to get wrapped up and maybe lose a yard on the play. Trigg County had that one kind of sniffed out. They didn't pay any attention at all to Landon Davis in motion. They were keyed on Carnahan, and it ended up being a loss on the play. Back to 3rd and 10 now for Caldwell County. Under 10 minutes to play in this ball game. You want to come out with a couple things. Of course, you want the win, but you want to come out healthy and get set for that playoff round that starts next week right here at Tiger Stadium against the McLean County Cougars. Parker, he drops back, gets some pressure, throws complete to Carnahan at the 10. He's across the 15, 20, pushed out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Good catch by Jameis Carnahan. That one just a hair behind him. He was able to turn the body and bring that one in.
At the 25, Dennis.
25-yard line is where they'll spot this one.
And Luke is still perfect tonight on his passing attempts.
That was a good job by Luke to sense that pressure coming in from the weak side. He rolled out to the right and found Carnahan in the flat. Carnahan able to pick up that big first down. And Caldwell County will keep the clock rolling.
Another 4 downs will take off at least close to a couple minutes.
Carnahan on the handoff. Pushes the pile across the 25 out to about the 27-yard line. I'd say Carnahan's going to be ready for
a hot shower.
A hot shower
and a rub down.
Little break after the game tonight because he has been the workhorse.
Out to the 27-yard line.
Ball out to the 27 for Caldwell County. Pickup of 2 on the play. 2nd and 8 coming up. Caldwell County using a lot of that play clock. They're going to stand around and let it tick on down. Still 18 seconds on that one. Parker takes a snap. Late handoff to Carnahan. Carnahan gets hit and picks up about a yard, maybe 2 on the play.
To the 28. I think that's about
a good spot. The 28-yard line is where they will place this one. 3rd down coming up for the Tigers.
3rd and 7 for the Tigers.
3rd and a short 7 for Caldwell County as Maddox comes in to the ball game for the Tigers. He'll be the slot receiver on the far side. Luke Maddox, a 5'9 sophomore, will be on that side with Xavier Bumpus. Wofford and Chambliss on the near side. Single back set with Carnahan. Parker drops back, goes over the middle, complete at the 35-yard line to Chambliss. Chambliss takes a hit, stays on his feet, spins, still on his feet, goes across the 35, 40, and 45, and down to the 47. Looked like a pinball machine with number 2 on his jersey. somehow found his way through the crowd and makes a great gain for a first down all the way out to the Tiger 47-yard line.
Pickup of 19 yards on that pass play. And again, Luke is still without a incompletion tonight.
Yeah, that's going to help the percentage somewhat, but a great run after the catch by Logan Chambliss. Compact set with Caldwell County, only one receiver out wide. Parker almost went down for the snap on his knee, but able to make the handoff to Carnahan. He's going to get it out to right at midfield. Looks like they'll spot it at the 50. And it is spotted at the 50. Clock still running, 7:08 left to play in the ball game. 13-0, Caldwell County with the 2-possession lead.
So far we've had 3 possessions here in the second half. One by Caldwell, one by Trigg, and now this possession by the Tigers. That's how quickly a game can get past you.
Caldwell County puts a receiver out to the far side. Looks like Bumpus all the way over on the sideline next to Trigg's bench. Parker, hand off to Carnahan. Carnahan finds a hole across the 40, pulled down. One tackle to beat, and he's pulled down at the 36-yard line.
Gain of 14.
Bob, one thing that is really special about Jameis Carnahan that I think, here we are in the fourth quarter. He's carried the ball dozens of times tonight and still hits a hole that quick.
And made 11 or so tackles, and and he was just about gone on that run. Dennis, he gets past that last tackler.
Face mask on the play as well is going to tack on a little bit extra, so it's down to the 31-yard line. They'll wind the clock with about 6.5 to play. As soon as this play's over, we'll take another Go Green field report down to the sideline. Good game by Caldwell County the last couple of outings. Impressive win over Murray and looking good so far tonight against Trigg County. Davis in motion to the left side. Handoff up the middle to Carnahan. Carnahan hits the line, and good gain again.
Down to the 25.
They'll spot him right at the 26-yard line. Let's go down to the field with Todd Griffin.
Well, guys, I was just thinking about a couple of years ago over at Cadiz when we played that 56-54 game. Tonight, a 13-0 game. You know, you couldn't find two games that were more drastically different. But, you know, all that matters is at the end of the night, you just want one more point than the other team. It doesn't matter if it's in the 50s or in the teens. Just hang on and get the win. And right now the Tigers 5:42 away from their 10th straight win in the 139 Bowl.
Yeah, remember that game you're talking about. It looked like whoever had possession last would probably win that one. Carnahan on the handoff. He finds a hole on the right side inside the 15 and wrestled down at the 13-yard line. Not only Carnahan tonight, but Chambliss and Bumpus. The runs after the handoff and after the catches have been really impressive tonight.
It's been an impressive Caldwell County performance tonight, Dennis, just from start to finish.
And I'm not sure if there's a timeout on the play. Carnahan goes down on the sideline. It's going to be an official timeout as Carnahan down at the 20-yard line. Players go down and take a knee. Looked like he was walking off the sideline, just kind of sat down.
The ball will be marked at the 13 and a worse than 10 for the Tigers, but, you know, he probably needs a rest.
I think it's actually, they're going to give him down to the 12 even, Bob, on that run. So that's a break for Caldwell County, but still Carnahan setting up again down with the training staff.
And 5 minutes and 18 seconds to play here, so
in all likelihood, Bob, Caldwell County is sitting in a good position right now as Carnahan is helped up and will go to the sideline.
Yeah, he'll be out for one play, Dennis.
But a score on this drive, you got to believe all but seals it up for Caldwell County the way they have been able to stand up on defense.
Strange to believe that Trigg County has only had the ball once in this half. And, you know, we thought that Murray game 2 weeks ago was going to be limited possessions. I think we've had fewer tonight than we had in that game.
And I think part of that goes back to what you said, Todd, with their big quarterback out.
We only ran 25 plays ourselves in that Murray game.
Yeah, Trigg County very limited on what they can do offensively with Weiss out of the ball game. So hopefully for them, he'll be back for playoff action in 3A starting next week. Parker Tough time handling the snap, but finally pulls it down. Hands off to Davis, who takes it inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. More importantly, keeps that clock running.
2nd and 6 for the Tigers.
They can get the first down and not score. Well, it looks like the machine has put Tigers in the end zone. We're just going to have to get some color on that on this dormant Bermuda. It's going to look good when you can see it. Parker has Davis behind him. Handoff is to Davis. He just lowers his head and goes straight forward inside the 5 to the 4-yard line.
Guys, I've noticed a lot of schools have gone to black paint this time of year to line the fields. Maybe we should do blue. Maybe we'll line the field in blue.
Might be an option, or at least go around the where it says Tigers. I know that's the new machine they're using, and that would look really good in that end zone. You're listening to Tiger Football on WPKY Princeton. Inside of 4 minutes now in this ball game.
3rd and 2 for the Tigers.
Caldwell looking to put another nail in the coffin, if you will, right now. Davis to the left side of Parker. 3rd down and 2. I think it's a 2-chance game right here. Davis takes it, stopped outside, and then he gets back in and looks like he picks up the first down. Almost got the score, but you're probably about a football or maybe 2 away from the goal line.
Going to mark it at the 1.
Yeah, he's actually inside the 1, guys.
Davis was hit outside the 5-yard line at about the 6. Bounced off that one and almost picked up the touchdown. Carnahan, like you said, Bob, getting a break on the sideline after a
under center
night.
Quarterback sneak.
You've got Parker, 1st and goal. You've got 4 tries from inside the 1.
And he's going to wait for that clock to run down too.
3 minutes and 4 seconds left in this ball game. Parker on the keeper, pushing,
he's gotta be in.
He's got to be in. You got to give that signal. Touchdown, Tigers. Late call on it, but Parker finally gets in. Luke Parker with the touchdown for Caldwell County. And just another feather in the cap of that offensive line tonight, Bob, because they pushed that one back just like they have just about this entire contest.
Guys, Luke was going off on the sideline to celebrate, and a teammate yelled at him real quick, hey, you've got to get back out here and hold. So back out he went.
It's good to have guys looking out for you, Todd.
Over 8 minutes on that drive, guys.
Nichols in to try the point after. It's up. And it is no good. So Nichols off just a little bit on those point afters tonight, but Caldwell County still with a nice, comfortable lead. 2:55 left in this ball game. Caldwell up 19-0, back in 30 seconds.
Let's talk sports every Saturday morning. Be part of the live Saturday morning quarterback at the Biscuit Barn and Ice Cream Eatery with host Todd Griffin and your Caldwell County Tiger football coaches. Listen live or come be a part of the conversation Saturday mornings at 9 on 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
And we're back here at Tiger Stadium. Caldwell County out to a 19-0 lead with 2 minutes 55 seconds to go, and it looks like if we can keep from letting the big play happen against us, Dennis, that we've got this one salted away.
Yeah, you don't want to give up the big play, and you certainly if you get the ball back, you don't want to have any turnovers. But the defense, as well as they've played tonight, you just like your chances at this point.
And you almost have to feel that Trigg may be suffering a little bit of an emotional letdown when that last touchdown was made.
Nichols approaches. He is going to kick it away. It's going to be Parham at the 10-yard line, right in the middle of the field. He wants to go right, looks up the field. Caldwell County has him shut down just across the 25-yard line. Todd, I'll pose this to both you and Bob. What has been the biggest growth for Caldwell County from that start that for a while was 0-5 to now when they're looking to go 5-5 on a regular season?
Well, we talked a little bit about it on Thursday's sideline report. I think sometimes winning is just a knack, and you kind of have to figure things out. I think the schedule also kind of favored the Tigers when Ballard Memorial and Fort Campbell rolled around. And that Ballard Memorial game was big, not so much because of the win, but I think the offense got a whole lot of confidence that night. I think the team just kind of picked it up. They saw that they could win, and I think they've been on a pretty good roll just since that Ballard game.
Snap back to Shearer. Throws over the middle, complete at the 40, out near midfield. And it goes number 7.
Number 7 is Davery Good.
Good's first catch of the night, just a freshman. Ball at the 49-yard line, 1st and 10, Trigg County. Shearer again back, strictly through the air right now. Going to keep it himself, finds a hole as the pocket collapses, gets across midfield into Tiger territory at the 44-yard line, maybe down to the 43. Not quite a first down. Or now they're going to spot it and check it out. They're going to call it an official timeout to measure this one. Oh, it is a Wildcat timeout on the play. We'll keep it right here. John gave me the thumbs up, Bob, so we'll keep this one right here as Caldwell County looking to go 5-5 on the season. Todd, I had a question I was going to ask you way earlier in the broadcast. When Caldwell County got the reversed win against Christian County, goes down 1-0 as a forfeit win, was that player for Christian County, was that the only game that affected them?
I think so. I think it only affected the one game. Of course, they only had one other win,
right?
So it wouldn't affect anything. My biggest question is they took those stats down off of the KHSA website for Caldwell County. I was under the impression those stats would still stand even though the result of the game was changed. So that's something we'll have to check into because that could make a big difference, like for Jameis Carnahan getting close to 1,000 yards this season on the ground.
Thank you for that one, Todd. I was under the same impression. It's Cole Sherrill on another sack. Shearer nowhere to go. And Cole Sherrill just putting the cherry on top of a great game tonight. The kid has been everywhere defensively for the Tigers.
It'll be about third and 4 for the Trigg.
Not really what you expect out of a timeout for Trigg County as we go under 2 minutes to play. 19-0 is your score. Caldwell County with the lead. Trying to throw the shutout tonight. Shearer, quick hit to the far sideline is complete. Caldwell County makes the tackle, but it is going to be enough for a first down for Trigg County. Gus Fox on the tackle for Caldwell County. Fox of the 2 interception evening.
You know, you talk about rivalry games, and a lot of times it feels like we have rivals with a lot of people on the schedule. But I think the Tigers remembered that Crittenden County game from earlier this year and how that the losing or the winning streak was stopped that night. I think the guys remember that coming into this one, and, you know, this has been a really good effort tonight by the Tigers way around.
I think, yeah, a complete game. You thought the Murray game was in similar fashion, a complete game for the Tigers, but you can't find many flaws tonight other than I think Coach Barnes mentioned that they were a little bit loose with the football, coughing it up uncharacteristically a couple of times in that first half. Illegal procedure against Trigg County will move it back to the 43-yard line. First down and 15 for the Wildcats as Caldwell County will end the regular season at 5-5. Shearer with the high snap, pulls it down, looks down the field, gets some pressure from Carnahan now. Chase to the sideline, throws, and this one's going to be incomplete. Also on the chase for Caldwell County then was Jack Roach. Shearer got to the sideline and just heaved it down the field. Incompletion stops the clock with an even 1 minute left in this ball game. And Bob, we didn't mention the crowd. The crowds were pretty good tonight on both sides of the field.
I was real impressed with our crowd. I think we've had some people leave and go home, but it was pretty full on this side. And looking across the field, Trigg had all those seats filled up.
And I'm wondering tonight they didn't let anybody in until 6 o'clock. I'm wondering if that's getting ready for next week's playoffs where they're going to enforce a strict 1 hour before the game entry. Shearer in traffic, jump throw down the field, and this one almost picked off by Caldwell County. Falls incomplete. Good coverage by the Tigers.
I'll tell you something else we've had all year, guys, is fantastic weather for football. seems like every night it's just a great night to come out to the stadium and watch the game, whether we've been on the road or here at home.
Yeah, I think we've only had maybe showers one time the whole course of the season, and not really heavy that night. So it's been really dry here in the latter part of it especially. John's exactly right on that one. Shearer has 2 receivers to each side. He drops back. Caldwell County bringing the pressure. Shearer gets hit from the back, able to throw the ball, tipped and incomplete. That one bounced into the neighborhood of number 21, Cade Rowland, the sophomore defensive back, but it falls incomplete, and that will bring up 4th and 15 for the Wildcats. Just 44 seconds left.
Yeah, Dennis just mentioning Cade Rowland and Eli Stevens, both sophomores, both playing a lot here later part of the season, and they have come a long way.
Yeah, both those kids have really worked their way into a pretty good part of the rotation for Caldwell County defensively. Stay tuned after the game. The Trilogy Performance Sports post-game report comes your way. Shearer drops back. Now he's going to be flushed out of the pocket, chased to the sideline across the 40, stays in bounds, and he's going to walk out of bounds at the 26-yard line. And a little jawing going on between Trigg and Caldwell players in the backfield. Flag comes in back at the 40-yard line. And Coach Barnes is going to get, I think it's Rowland, out of the game. Trigg County a little bit. No, it's not Rowland. That was number 10, Jack Roach, that
and
got
another,
into a
and
little
a freshman that has played a lot of ball on the defensive side.
I don't think they were talking about upcoming elections.
or about freshman algebra, I don't believe either.
Well, clearly one guy has the Phillies in the World Series and the other guy likes the Astros.
Nobody likes the Astros, Todd.
Nobody but Dusty.
The officials are saying offsetting penalties, and turnover on downs is going to give it to Caldwell County, so we'll come out and take a knee and count it down on this one. Caldwell County with a shutout win tonight, 19-0 over Trigg County. Very impressive. Did Parker stay perfect on the game?
He did. On my stats, he did.
So
I don't remember an incompletion.
Yeah.
Luke Parker, a great game tonight. Jameis Carnahan had 100 yards at the half and well over that here in the second half. Possessions at a minimum here in the second half. Both teams kept it on the ground in that third quarter. Only one possession each. And then Caldwell County able to salt it away with a late touchdown. And they'll pick up the win, 35 seconds on the clock. So they'll come out and take a knee after the snap and count this one down. And the 139 Bowl trophy stays in Caldwell County. Coach Earl agrees with me on that one. That's right. Trophy put in, what was it, Todd, 10 years ago that they started the trophy?
This is the 10th year for the 139 Bowl, and
10th
it's resided in Caldwell County ever since.
Victory formation for the Tigers. Parker takes it, takes a knee, and they'll do this one more time.
They won't have to do it one more time.
They keep changing the play clock. That's going to do it. And Caldwell County with a very impressive win as they take the bye week, come back off a hard-fought win against Murray to secure a home field playoff game. And then they wrap up a 5-5 season, which seemed as unlikely as winning the lottery just a few weeks ago. But this team has persevered, and they have performed great, especially the last 2 weeks, Bob. I don't think you could go into the playoffs with any more confidence in playing any better than Caldwell County right now.
No, it's I can't wait till next Friday night, Dennis.
It's going to be a good one as the Tigers will be at home to start the playoffs against the 2nd District McLean County Cougars. And Todd, I see you going across the field, I think, so we'll watch for you to get Coach Barnes here before we start the Trilogy post-game report.
Yeah, here he comes.
All right, let's send it down for our last Go Green Field report of the night with Todd Griffin and Coach Barnes.
All right, thanks, Dennis. Coach, couldn't have written a better script tonight.
Yeah, great job. They came in, they're talking trash, they're beating them back in, and I said, hey, let them do the pregame stuff. We'll do the in-game stuff, and that's what it's about. Winning football games, the talking trash and doing all that doesn't win you any ball games, and they did that. We didn't. We won.
Well, outside of the 2 turnovers in the first half, not much to be disappointed tonight if you're a Tiger fan.
Yeah, offensive line, unbelievable job, physical, and just ran the ball at will all night long. The only thing that really stopped us was fumbles. So, again, great job by our kids with the mindset because, that won us the ball game, honestly.
How much did the bye week help you guys physically?
Well, if that game against Murray is there's so much that goes into it, and it's an emotional game, it's a physical game, and so it would have been tough to come back and play after that. But we had a great bye week. Our kids have I can't believe just how much they bought in and just kept after it. I'm so proud of them. But again, like I said against Murray, we can't be satisfied. It's a good win, but we got to keep this thing going. I want to keep playing football, and I like where we're at right now.
Well, we talked about rivalry games all season, and I think the guys remembered that Crittenden County game and kind of how that felt when that string ended. I think they came out tonight with a purpose, and they weren't going to let the Trigg County string in.
Well, yeah, I'll tell you, there was a little deal before the game. You could hear them mouthing, and one of them said, "Hey, remember what Crittenden County did after the game? Let's try not to let them get that opportunity." Great job by our guys. I'm really proud of them.
Got the playoffs coming up next. When do you guys get to work on getting ready for McLean County?
I'll probably watch it tonight just because I'm telling you, I love our football team. I'm going to do everything I can. Our coaching staff will do everything we can to put a good plan together because I know our kids are going to bring it, and I'm looking forward to it. It's kind of my favorite time of the year, getting into these games at the end of the year.
Well, I said during the game that there was a lot of old-time football coaches, some of them even looking down on us tonight, that would have been pleased with the way this game played out.
Yeah, I think so. And, we're playing different, but I love it. I love running the football, and we're doing a good job of it. Jameis Carnahan is just – you think he puts up a good performance, and then he comes back and does it even better. He knows a lot of those guys at Trigg, and he wanted to win that one tonight, and she flipped that film on. It's unbelievable effort.
I think we had him 31 for 169.
If you're playing one, that's a heck of a game. And then, what do you say? Unbelievable effort by all our guys. So proud of them.
Be a fun Saturday morning quarterback tomorrow.
Yeah, I like it when we win, Tom.
Yeah, thanks
Tom.
That's Tiger head coach Will Barnes. Big win for the Tigers tonight, 19-0 over the Trigg County Wildcats. Guys, the streak extends to 10 straight. The 139 Bowl is staying in the field house across the way, and Tigers going to the playoffs with some momentum, Dennis.
All right, thank you, Todd, for that and for the interview with Coach Barnes. 19-0, Tigers win this one over Trigg County. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll get underway with the Trilogy Performance Sports post-game report. That's next here on your home for Tiger football, 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
Pennyroyal Hospice Executive Director Kelly Martin.
Living to the fullest with Pennyroyal Hospice means relief. R is for when that time comes that you face a restriction in the health of your life. E is for the ease of access to get that help that you so desperately need. L is for the life boost that hospice provides both for the patient and for the family. I stands for the individualized plan of care for your loved one. E is for the emergency plan that is developed specifically for you as a hospice patient. The letter F, we fill in the gaps after someone passes with an amazing and extended bereavement program.
Living to the fullest means relief with Pennyroyal Hospice, celebrating 40 years of care for our loved ones.
She posted about us just now.
Celebrities can't get enough of Bianna's bespoke skincare line.
She has 147 million followers. How do we monetize?
She needs a social media associate to help her with the hype.
We should repost this. Do we need a hashtag?
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Jamie's log. Progressive. The Harrington's backyard. Day 11, 4:43 a.m. The tent I set up in the Harrington's backyard to prove Progressive has 24/7 protection has a rip in it. But a little rain won't stop me. Mrs. Harrington said she totally understands 24/7 protection means 24/7. Gonna stay a few more days to make sure. It's hailing now. That's fun.
Progressive doesn't just offer a great price when you bundle home and auto. We offer round-the-clock protection. Just not literally from Jamie. Coverage from Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers, and subject to policy terms. Bundle discount not available in all states or situations.
You'll find over 30 years experience to work for you at U-Ride in Princeton. They are hometown proud and ready to serve your vehicle needs from start to finish, and they do it all safely. You'll find variety and quality vehicles along with on-the-lot financing. And of course, you can always apply online at uridesales.com. Stop by or call for an appointment today with one of their friendly sales staff at U-Ride on the Marion Road in Princeton. 270-365